Hey, this is Rikki ROXX, and you are listening to ROXX100.com.
The Big Rock.
The Big Rock. Keeping the music alive.
Bon Jovi. Lenny Kravitz.
Hey, all you rockers. This is Johnny J, your host for The Big Rock. Catch me right here on ROXX 100 as we are keeping the music alive, rocking the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The Big Rock on ROXX 100.
Rock. The Big Rock. The Big Rock.
Everything that rocks. Rocks.
Feel your best before making an arrest. What you gonna pick? Cop pockets when you don't want something salady. Avoid police brutality. What you gonna pick? Cop pockets.
Cop pockets, filled with juicy jelly, mouth-watering maple and bacon, and creamy custard on a crispy donut.
When you want an easy meal while you're busting that your deal. What you gonna pick? Cop pockets.
The cop meal in a pocket.
What you gonna pick? Cop pockets.
Hey kids, would you like to be a rock god the likes of David Lee Roth in his heyday? Then you need to get the
Rikki ROXX Rock God Starter Kit.
Each kit comes complete with black nail polish, eyeliner, sparkly scarf, an actual chick magnet, a velvet jacket to make all the girls go wild, and an over-the-hat skull cap with bandana accessory. Act Now will also include a handy booklet showing you all the best places to wear your sunglasses at night. Regularly a $29.95 value, now yours free when you take advantage of this fabulous offer. But don't act just yet. We'll also throw in a wall poster chart diagramming all the best rock faces to enchant your audience, proven to wet the ladies' panties in mere seconds. For all you newbies, this great kit also includes a CD demonstrating how to push your voice for the radio, taught by Rikki ROXX himself. So quit being a big puss and man up rock style with the
Rikki ROXX Rock God Starter Kit.
Now yours for just $29.95 plus $99.95 shipping and handling. Call now. 1-800-ROCK-GOD. That's 1-800-ROCKGOD. Now. Operators and tattooed hookers are standing by to take your order.
Did you wake up this morning with a nasty rash and nothing but regret? Did you go home with a sweaty bass player last night? Did you wake up wanting to chew your own arm off because some skank's laying on it? Are you feeling a burning, itching sensation in your crotchal region? Do you feel like you need to scratch your ass with tree bark? Are you walking around like you were banged with a Scud missile? Did you meet someone at the bar you thought would actually call you back? Idiot! Then you need Skankosporin. It'll cool that burning sensation before you do the walk of shame to the cab. That's Skankosporin Itch Paste.
Available at In-N-Out Party Stores, Bottles and Stuff, 8 Mile Liquor, and Cunningham Drugs.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
This Memorial Day, we salute you, Mr. Gasoline Barbecue Starter.
Mr. Gasoline Barbecue Starter.
Never mind charcoal chimneys and easy lighting briquettes. The only way to start a real barbecue is with a gallon of 93 octane and a big book of matches.
Light up the sky.
Who needs eyebrows? You're hungry, and you've got 7 pounds of lamb shanks ready to go.
That's a lot of kebabs.
You don't just defy convention. You defy warning labels and common sense.
That ain't no IQ.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh Prince of the Pyrotechnics, because no one makes a backyard mushroom cloud like you.
Mr. Gasoline Barbecue Starter.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, Carter's.
program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron or a member of the PTL club, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. It's Rikki rocks, coming out of the box. Bitches come in flocks, trying to steal his jocks. He needs to be contained with padded rocks. It's the Rikki Rock Show, spreading like the pox. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks, yeah. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks, yeah. Rikki rocks up in your grill, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. Got that. And there we are. All right. Here we are. Episode number 144 of the Rikki ROXX Show right here on Rocks100.com. I am Rikki ROXX, joined as always by the new Jason Kane.
I can never be that guy.
You guys both pump iron. You guys are both built. You got the Warren Star going on. You got the cowboy hat on.
Trickle dicks.
There it is. And right away in the chat, Psycho Care Bear says, Larry needs to quit with the gains. Gains so big he won't even be in frame. I know who I'm calling if I need backup.
Whoop, whoop.
Hanging out in the chat, we have Sherry Claire's there, Steve Ingalls in there, Chris Tucker's in there, Katelyn Mueller's in there, Psycho Care Bear, Donna's hanging out in there. It's pretty crazy. We got an awesome show, super cool stuff going on. We got Katelyn Mueller from Crafted Conviction. We'll be talking to her in the 8 o'clock hour. I feel so bad. It's like she's been supporting like Rocks 100 since like day one.
Yeah.
And I've never had her on the show.
No?
And it's like she did her CD release and I didn't even book her to promote her CD release for Crafted Conviction. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I feel like a horrible person. It only took 144 episodes to get her on the show. So we'll be talking to her about Crafted Conviction in the 8 o'clock hour, the second hour. We have our beer of the week that we're going to be getting to. We have our Pump It or Dump It band of the week. This week is a band from Latvia. Latvia.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super cool. A band called Quick Strike. But we're going to start this show off with our nuts and bolts and harsh truths. Bob Surgott's hanging out in the chat as well. Hey, Bob, when is that Trust video going to get done? I am ready to have that out anytime. Bob, come on. All right.
Robert, come on.
All right, so nuts and bolts and harsh truths. This week, we have a question from Murphy out of Taylor, Michigan. He writes in, oh, got a bug. Where the fuck did that come from? Welcome to the jungle, bitch.
Whiskey bottles, granny cars.
And if you guys have a question about anything, relationship advice, band advice, people advice, any kind of advice, penile enlargement advice, Larry can help you out there. He knows about supplements, right?
I don't take supplements.
Not for the guns or anything like that?
No, I'm all natural, bro. I don't do any of that.
Natural?
Never have.
No?
Never have. I know you think I do, Ricky. Remember one time you told me to take some steroids and beat up my girlfriend?
Oh, did I?
You did.
Let me guess, I was hammered that night.
Very hammered.
Yeah, okay, well, we won't get into that. This week, we have a question from Murphy from Taylor. He says, hey, guys, we all know playing shows is very important and the chief way of making new fans. But how do you guys actually convert people who are at a show into fans? Is there more to it than playing a show? What exactly converts a casual listener into a fan of the band? Thanks, Larry.
Ooh. Well, I mean, obviously, if you beat them up with your music, they're going to eventually, maybe get into it. You can't make somebody convert, They got to like you. They got to like your presence. They got to like what you do on stage. You got to interact with them. I guess it's promoting, putting it out there, and, they see it, they listen to it, and then, finally they're like, fuck yeah, man. I've heard this so many times. I know by heart.
Sure.
And
in my head, this is you're shooting at the wrong thing. Yes, you can get fans by playing shows, but it's kind of a catch-22. Like if you're in a new band, you're probably not playing great shows. There's probably going to be nobody there. So how can you convert somebody or turn somebody into a fan when there's nobody there? Right. So, Murphy, you're actually asking the wrong question. If you're looking to get fans, if you're looking to grow your fan base, and if you're a new band, it's social media. I mean, there's no other way around it. Right. I mean, you got to focus, if of course, go out there and play shows. I'm not saying don't play shows, but you're going to have a better chance at getting a fan base on social media than you are playing a countless amounts of shitty shows in front of two people.
Put yourself on TikTok. It seems like it's the new thing. We were just talking about this.
Yeah, it's, I mean, think of it, okay, you play a show, say there's 5 people there. You'll be lucky if you can get one of those 5 people to become a fan of your band. That's one person. Right. And you're spending a whole night playing, hanging out at a bar, doing all this, spending money to convert that 1 or 2 people into a fan. Okay. Social media wise, if you can talk to Chris, hit up Chris Slapnick, blow up his DMs and ask him about this. He'll be glad to tell you. Social media, start with your Facebook page. Okay. Get some content, music video, music, something, and just blast it. Put it anywhere you can. If you have music, do dumb interviews like this. Come talk on radio shows, podcasts. There's hundreds of them. Share your stuff to groups. Pay for advertising. I know it sucks and bands hate doing it because it sounds so selloutish.
Right.
But you post something on Facebook. From a band thing. You're a new band, 200 likes. Okay. You post something on your band's Facebook, probably only about 5 people are going to see it. Okay. But, through that, if you go advertising, then there's literally a button you can click that will,
Boost.
It'll boost it to your fans and their friends.
Right.
Even if their friends are not fans of the band, it'll pop up on their timeline and stuff like that. So that's where you might get more than 1 or 2 people to at least make that first step and engage into the band or give it a listen. If you have 200 and do a nice paid promotion thing, you're going to reach about 150 of those people. And of those 150 people that are already fans of your band, you might reach 2 or 3 of their friends. So automatically right there, you're getting yourself out there to about 1,000 people.
Right.
You'd have to play about 100 shows in front of 5 people to have that kind of, engagement, So,
right.
The trick of it is, or not, it's not even really a trick. I guess it's more common sense. Use social media to your advantage. Use the algorithms. There's plenty of articles out there and videos on YouTube where you can learn about how to do all this, and then, see how that converts into, your live shows.
Right.
Ave Under Fire, they made their whole career off this.
Right.
This is how they became Ave Under Fire national rock gods.
Right.
They did social media advertising, and, their very first show, they had 20, 30 people out there to see them. And it just grew steadily over time. And then,
right.
And you can target your markets. If you have no plans on leaving, he's from Taylor, so Metro or Detroit, you can target it just to Detroit.
Right.
And the fans, and friends of fans that are in Detroit, so yes, play shows.
I would also say too, get out and support other music, bands in the scene, because they're going to see your face and you're going to say, hey, I'm from this band, check us out. And if you're a nice guy and they take to you, you might get 1 or 3 out of 50 that might check you out.
And that's that's another thing. When you have that face-to-face thing, it does mean more than a like click or a DM,
right.
Or something like that. So yeah, the face-to-face thing, we've talked about this on the show before, what you're supposed to do at shows and stuff like that. The face-to-face thing is huge, and getting out there and talking to people and looking in people's eyes. Hey, I'm from this band, check it out. And here's our card.
I actually remember our first rock, your birthday show, 2017. we were out supporting everybody. It was rap, and Rick, your old co-host, gave us an awesome shout out on stage about, like how great we were with supporting and, this and that. And people do actually listen, and see that, so.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of things, playing shows. It's great. You're not going to get your initial following, or you're not going to grow as fast, just playing shows as you could if you utilized social media and, actually getting out there and talking to people, So, to Murphy, if you're in a band, I'm assuming you are, get out there, if you have friends in bands, they can introduce you to people and, just start rubbing elbows with people and talking to people, and having drinks with people and being social with people. If you're social with someone, if you're talking to them and engaged in a conversation, they're more likely to become a fan just because they like who you are as a person. Like me, everybody loves me. That's why people come to see my band. They might think my band's complete garbage, but they're like, dude, Ricky's such a cool dude. I'm going to go support him, hang out with him, and do all this. Well, yeah, I'll go deal with Casting Shadows for 45 minutes.
And another thing I don't understand, like the people who ask the questions, if they're in bands, how come they don't include their band name so you could say it on air and at least give the viewers, some kind of,
I don't know. Nobody's ever done it before. Everybody just kind of just says my band.
Right.
I don't know why people don't like, hey, this is Murphy from the Taylor Band, blah, Captain blah, blah. Keach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters, or anything like that. They always just say my band or the band I'm in. I don't get it. I don't know. But yeah, get out there, rub shoulders, and have conversations, and have fun. Don't make it a job. Because people can tell if you're talking to somebody of obligation or you're trying to, if somebody's like, dude, hey, what's going on? Oh, hi, I'm Ricky, Casting Shadows. Check us out. We're on YouTube and run down. Then it's not genuine. Have genuine conversations and enjoy yourself while you're out there. But all that counts, and social media counts. That's how you might get your first engagements from new people who might be interested, and it might start out with a couple DMs if they really like your stuff. Maybe they'll come out to a show, buy a t-shirt, buy a CD, or whatever the hell you have going on. At that point, you can have that conversation, and hopefully that person becomes like a real legit true blue fan rather than somebody who just kind of digs your music, what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the thing. You want, a lot of people can like your music, but will those people make the time to show up, and will they be hardcore fans, or are they going to follow you forever? That's where that face-to-face and that genuine conversation comes from, So, got anything to tag onto that, Larry?
No, I think we covered it all, man.
Okay. So Murphy, hopefully that helped. Going back over into the chat, Bob Surgot says, hey, Rikki, Larry, Chris, and Katelyn. Katelyn did crying emojis. It's a thing. Hi, Robert. Hi, Bob. Psycho Care Bear. Another emoji and all this. Tons of emojis. Kate says, you got the hat. Larry does have the hat today. He's more dressed up than me. His shirt probably costs more than my entire wardrobe.
Hey, Sophia bought this for me for my so-called Christmas present. It's a thing. Women buy me shirts.
What did you have to do for that t-shirt?
I didn't do nothing. Well, you know what? She let me hunt at her property, and I took a really, really nice 13 point. My kid took a doe. I took a doe. I bought her a fifth of Jaeger, and she loves cats. I bought her a little cat coffee mug, and this was my return present.
How sweet.
A couple months later.
Look at you.
So
that's why the ladies love Larry. We'll get into that in a
Hey.
minute. What else is going on there? Kate Mueller. I'm not here. I'm a figment of your... Okay, now we're getting trippy. We tried, but she blew us off on that Cave radio show. Yes, we did try to get Kate on the show back when we did the... you weren't here. Bob was doing that show, the Cave radio radiothon thing we did right before you came onto the show.
Right.
We tried getting Kate on, but she fell asleep or started doing something, and we were calling her, and I'm like, oh, rock god Kate Mueller doesn't have time for my little shitty show. She said, no, I did not. I was 2 minutes late. You were not 2 minutes late. I wanted to... Okay, so they're just having a conversation. Donna says, protein. Is protein a big thing for you?
Protein is a huge thing.
Yeah. You know what's in cum? Protein.
I wouldn't know that one, Rikki.
No? Larry's sucking a lot of dick. No. Here's our CD. I miss going home and having a stack of burnt discs. Those were the days. Jessica Harris hanging out in the chat. She just popped in. Super cool lady who comes to some casting shows in the Fatal Conceit crew, I guess. So she's hanging out in there as well. Kate, dude, I just got into protein. I put weight on. All right, so maybe Kate's sucking a lot of dick.
I'm actually cutting. I'm not gaining. I actually went from 217 to 196. I'm trying to get my abs and there and cut down before I start bulking again. So I'm actually cutting. I'm not putting on size right now.
Oh, so protein is protein a thing for cutting?
Well, I mean, yeah, you still got to work out. You're trying to, you doing your abs.
So what do you do? Muscles. Like kind of like cutting your calories down and all that shit now, so you don't.
I
gain
do a
weight?
lot of fasting, and then when I hit the gym, I do what I do. I come home, and I'll have a couple chicken breasts or steak, a couple, like a glass of, whey protein. But like, I'm not like, when I'm bulking, I'm eating lots and lots of protein and drinking lots of whey, and so I cut that like down to like 25% from 100.
Okay, so you're fasting. Like, what do you do? Like, you have dinner and don't eat anything again until like lunch or something like that?
No, like I'll eat my last meal at 6:30 in the afternoon or evening, and then I won't eat again till like I get out of the gym at maybe noon, 1 o'clock the next day. So it's a good 16, 18-hour fast.
Ugh.
That's what you got to do, Rikki, if you want to get in shape and you want to get healthy. And I do a lot of like raw ginger, raw turmeric, organic carrot juice, organic pomegranate. Yeah, it's just the things you got to do, bro.
See, I drink Bacardi here. I got this in my little bar next to me, and
but that's all sugar. The sugar sits at the bottom of your gut. You'll never lose it.
Well, Southern Comfort. This is what I'm kind of rocking.
That's comforting you from not doing it.
It makes me pass out, so that way I don't eat. Right, so that's my fast. The more I drink, the longer I pass out. And if I'm passed out for 12 hours, I'm obviously not eating. So I'm fasting.
Okay. Hey, everybody's got a theory, man.
And is like I was talking to Dakota because I was out there finishing the lyrics and all that for the first song. And I'm like, dude, I went from like 250 to like 228. I don't know what the fuck happened. He's like, dude, that's fucking cool. I'm like, everybody's telling me it's like a stress diet because I've been stressed out and not like eating, I guess. So he's like, it doesn't matter how healthy it is as long as you get down to what you need to and then be healthy from there.
No, bullshit. Like, I'll weigh myself before I go to bed. Yeah. I weigh myself when I wake up.
Yeah.
I lose 2 to 3 pounds while I'm sleeping.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you turn your metabolism on, man. You ain't got to work as hard.
Too much work.
They're like, speak some English, motherfucker.
Too much fucking work. So what's been going on this last week, Larry? You had a huge show on, you were bulking up and cracking skulls on Thursday, but
yeah, Thursday was a really good show. It was a sardine can. I think they went like 200 over capacity. It was Adam Cahoon, Demon Jones, B.A. I can't remember his other name. They were all great. It was country rap. Really cool guys. We had one fight the whole night to where, me and Tim Brunel had to strangle on a couple people, run them up to the front and get them out of there. Other than that, it was a really great show. Like, probably one of the coolest shows I've worked, and I've worked everybody from Yingwei to fucking everybody. So,
wow,
country rap. I'm a fan.
Country rap.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you're wearing the cowboy hat. You're a new country rap guy now.
It says CF. This is Cowboys from Hell, baby.
I can't read that. Okay. So what else has been going on, dude? I guess the rumor mill is spinning. The ladies are upset I'm hearing from women everywhere. Dude, is the rumor true that Larry's off the market?
Larry's off the market.
What happened? You're Detroit's ladies' man. Every woman pines for some of Larry's dick, and now it's gone. It's taken away.
Well, I'm not mentioning any names, but I met somebody.
You took the dick away from Detroit. You took the D out of Detroit.
I don't know if the D was ever, out in public, but
I heard it was in a cornfield. That's public. It's been out there.
Grows soybeans now, bro.
It's been out there, dude. And women have been pining. And I got hit up on Facebook, dude. Please tell me it's not true that Larry's off the market now. What happened? What made the one-eyed bandit, decide to put it back in his pants?
Is it really like that?
Put in his pants for all but one.
It was one of my friends' sisters. Not mentioning any names, like I said. But no, we hit it off. She's really, really cool. I love the shit out of her. We have a lot in common.
Oh, you said love already. Oh,
not
no.
Love. I mean,
he said it. He said it. Yeah, you did. I heard it. Everybody out there heard it. Larry's in love.
I'm not in love.
Oh, so now you're not in love. Oh, she's going to hear this and be like,
it's too early to be in love. That takes like a year, bro.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not taking anything fast, No, but it's a good thing. I'm pretty excited about it, and yeah.
Is she about the same age as you? Or is she like a young lady?
She's a little younger.
Like how much is a little younger? Like a decade?
3 years, maybe.
3 years? Okay, that's not bad. All right, so first date. What was the first date like?
It was great.
What'd you guys do?
We went to Paul's Chop House.
It was Paul's. Okay.
Yeah, and then we went and had some, drinks at a couple different bars, and I took her home. That was it.
And Larry had some beers. You were telling me
before. I did have
before.
a craft beer, man.
Yeah,
it was a bomb pop. It's fruity and sour, and I think I liked it because I love lemons and limes, and
You like sour, fruity things. Sour and fruity. Okay.
So yeah, I had a really good weekend. We do a volleyball thing, so if any of you people want to play some volleyball on Wednesdays at Metro Beach, we bring a little food, and there's 3 volleyball nets, and we play volleyball, from 7 o'clock until dark.
Wow.
And fun,
Wow. So let's get back to this date. So you take her to do all this stuff, and Larry the gentleman.
Larry is a gentleman.
Takes her home.
Yeah.
Did you stay at her house or did you go home?
No, I dropped her off.
Wow, look at you. What happened?
Nothing. I mean, that's just
Gentleman Larry over here. I was expecting I made sure to get her home by 8 so I could knock one out and then get home before bedtime.
No.
I need to eat quick because I start fasting at 6:30, so I have to get all my eating in now.
No.
No?
No.
Wow.
It was a nice night. We did a lot of talking. It was great.
Wow.
Getting to know each other.
Look at you. Look at you. I'm equally impressed and disappointed.
Of course you are, Ricky. Of course you are.
Impressed because I never thought the ladies' man of Detroit rock and roll, the guy that you'd most likely see competing with Jason Kane on Playgirl magazine.
Hey, I'm getting there, man. I'm going to do a calendar.
Yeah?
Not a Playgirl, just,
like some Speedos or something like that? You got to throw some Speedos on?
I don't know about that.
Do Arnold Schwarzenegger poses?
Shirt off, that's about it, bro.
Yeah?
I'm not going the distance.
No? I just imagine how many of those calendars you'd sell if you showed some of those legs off. No. Everybody sees the arms. Nobody sees the legs.
I work on my legs.
Yeah?
My calves are huge.
Oh, my goodness. See, ladies, you got to hit Larry up, the infamous mic drop, be like, dude, we don't want to just see you shirtless. We can just go to a Fallen Stronger show and see that. I want something just for me and myself in the bedroom late at night. Maybe show the bulge off a little bit?
No.
No?
No, that would be like, I don't know.
It's too much for you?
I mean,
ladies
I don't want to put
it.
myself on there like that. Like
Hey, a fan's a fan.
I mean, everybody has their own different, opinion of me, but I'm really not that.
No?
No.
I'm disappointed again. You're breaking my heart, Larry. One day I wanted to be you when I grew up.
Oh.
And now I'm like, well, he's a fucking gentleman and a nice
be me.
guy.
I'm Mike Dropper. You're a bass player, bro.
I'm kidding. I don't know, man. I got a new single coming out soon.
There you go.
I'm going to be a front man, dude. It's happening. So what else been going on?
Not really much. I mean, I've had my kids for a couple of days now, and just hanging out with them.
So this week you cracked skulls and were a gentleman with a lady.
Yep.
Wow, look at you. Look at you.
Hey, I do what you got to do.
Yeah, see, this weekend has been a whole depressed pity party for your boy Rikki ROXX. So you had a great weekend. I went to Diesel on Friday. This is why I went to the show. It was like Squid Hammer and Influence or whatever,
right.
Aaron Foltz's show. It was a metal show. And everybody, all the listeners out there know I'm not a metal guy. I'm not a huge fan of metal.
Right.
Okay. And there was one band on there that I'm friends with, the guys in Influence. I've known those.
Brandon and all them.
Yeah, Brandon. I've known Brandon, those guys, for a very long time. And so I'm like, I got a late start on Friday because I didn't have to work. So I pretty much just stayed in my underwear and didn't do shit until probably about 6:30 in the afternoon. I did go out on Thursday. I went to go hang out with some friends on Thursday and got home. So Friday slept in and I'm like, fuck, it's like 7:00. I was either going to go to the Token. There were some bands playing out there, local bands and all that. Or I was going to go down to Sanctuary down in Hamtramck to go see 18 Visions, hardcore band from back in the day. And was going to go check them out, but I'm like, fuck, it's like 7:15, 7:30. I'm like, I don't want to fucking drive 45 minutes to go anywhere. And I'm like, I just looked up on Diesel's page. I'm like, oh, see if there's anything on Diesel. I'm like, oh shit, it's Aaron, my buddy Aaron's show, Squid Hammer and Influence. I'm like, I know Influence, so went out there, hung out for a little bit. Most of the bands I wasn't a huge fan of. Influence was awesome, and then there was one, it was something Nightshade or Night something. They were really super fucking cool. But there were like two bands, and I'm like, not really a lot of people there. Nobody I really knew, and it wasn't my thing. And I'm like, ugh, I really don't care for Squid Hammer, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll go home. Friday night, Rikki ROXX is in bed by 12:30.
What?
Uh-huh. So I'm like, well, fuck tonight. Well, it's only Friday night. Tomorrow's a new day. So Saturday, I went down to Dakota's from Black Swan Dive Bomb, and if we have time, we'll play a video of theirs sometime today, if we can.
The video?
The video. The video that you right-wing Trump pumpers wouldn't like too much.
Yeah, I'm not too. I mean, I like Dakota as a person, but I'm not into his left-wing fucking Biden-loving bullshit.
Now we got Kid Rock over here. No. So it's like, I've worked with Dakota in two bands, and we had written together in Dirty Whiskey and all that, and a little bit in New Day. So we write really well together, and he's good at words. He can put words together and syllables, and he knows how to work the process to get, a line in and all that, So he had come up with some ideas, and we literally, it was probably about an hour and a half, we pretty much hashed out the entire song, and it got everything I wanted, to have in the song, there in kind of like metaphoric ways and all. I'm horrible with metaphors, and I'm horrible with words. So what were we gonna say?
Nothing.
Put it out there, dude. Let's shoot some venom.
Have you ever actually listened to the lyrics of my songs?
No, they're too fast.
They're fucking genius, bro.
They're too fast. You sing too fast.
Genius, bro.
I can't pay attention. There's so many words happening so quickly. By the time I kind of piece together one line, you're at the next song.
You should listen to them sometime.
I gotta slow it down. I need one of those things.
I need to get a vinyl, and you can play
it at like half speed. It's so fast.
No, I'm a genius writer, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Like the only words I know from a Fallen Stronger song are "get some, get some, get some."
Wait till you hear this band of brothers. Fucking get some, and got nothing on this motherfucker.
Oh well, there it is. So we came up with the lyrics, and they fit really well. I'm at the point where I got to play the song, and actually find where my vocal range fits with it and making it sound aggressive and getting the dynamics of soft and loud and all that crap.
Right.
So it's going to be called Finally Free.
Finally Free, eh?
Finally Free.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, I get it.
Getting there. It's about a couple ladies in my life.
Oh.
Up there and yeah, and another one. So it's kind of based around them. Okay. And it's super cool. If I would I should have showed you the lyrics and see if it was too forward, but there's a lot of serpent sucking venom through my veins and stuff like that.
So a little angryish, but not.
A little angry, a little bit. So it's super cool. So I'm going to be figuring that out
Nice.
probably in the next week or two, then go over the sound shop, lay down the vocals for it, and get it mixed, mastered, do a music video for it, and got to get Noah. I got to put together a video band. Just a band to fake their way through it, for a music video and all that. And so after we did that, he made me food and shit like that. So, it's like that healthy shit. I was like, God damn it. He made like a chicken.
He does a lot of running and shit. I remember he used to post these things like, I ran all the way around, like 2 miles this way and like a mile back this way.
It's like a chicken. I had like a chicken breast. There was some, what was it? Like sweet potatoes, green beans, and corn.
That sounds delicious.
It was really good, but I'm like, dude, you got any fucking cookies or cake or some shit like that? I roll in with like a 6-pack of High Life. He has about 1 of them. I have 5. And I'm like, you're giving me a chicken breast and, corn on the cob with the husks on and all this. He's like, oh, it's so much better.
I just drank 5 pork chops. What the fuck?
And so it was actually really good, and it was super cool to hang out with him. And then we went out to the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor. It was kind of like female-fronted punk bands, I guess. Punk rock hasn't been something I've been in since I was like a kid, so I was kind of interested to go check out what kids are doing in punk rock these days. There's a lot of kids doing it these days. And I can't remember all the bands, but there was one band that kind of like really blew my fucking mind, a band called Killing Pixies. They're kind of political too, but they're very energetic. It's 3 ladies and a guy drummer. Killer band. I was like blown. I posted some video on my Facebook page. If I remember, I'll share it on the Rocks 100 page. But super, super fun. There were like bigger pits at this punk show than I've seen at a lot of local metal shows.
Wow.
And there wasn't like a shit ton of people. Maybe 70 at the peak, but every single one of those kids was fucking going. They were blasting each other and having a great fucking time. I think I was the oldest person there by a decade, and so I'm kind of just standing there. I'm like, oh, fuck that noise, but they're going fucking wild and having a great time. And they had that energy through all of the bands that night. And so it was super cool. It was like this. I never go to the Blind Pig out in Ann Arbor because it's in fucking Ann Arbor, but definitely a cool fucking spot. So I went out there. That show ended about 11. I was supposed to go hang out with somebody after. That didn't happen. So again, Rikki comes home Saturday night. I'm home by 1. And I'm like, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. 2 nights in a row, I did not close the bar down. So what does Rikki do?
Comes home and gets hammy.
Bacardi, baby. I didn't have too much SoCo, but I had a couple shots of this. I'm like, Rikki is going to get fucked up on his own like a fucking pathetic loser. And that's what I did. And woke up today about noon, and I'm like, well, time to get the fucking show ready. So here we are.
All right.
Back over into the chat. Let's see what's going on there. Rikki looks as clueless about getting cut as he did when Raz was on the show talking about cars. That was Razlog's thing. He was like really into cars, like fixing up his Mitsubishi or something like that, and
his rice burner.
Pretty much. I'm like, dude, don't talk to me about your fucking Mitsubishi. I work at fucking GM.
I used to build motors, man, for Circle Track.
Yeah,
years
so
back.
he talked about these cars and turbos and all this. I'm like,
turbos. You need blowers, buddy.
And I'm like, but see, that stuff I don't know anything about. I don't really care about it. I'm like, as long as my car fucking runs, it's good enough for me. You know, as long as it's not making some weird noise,
right?
My car is running just fine. You know, so yeah, you talking about whey protein and fasting is like him talking about cars. What else is going on? Steve Engel, I lose a couple pounds each morning reading the newspaper. Okay. Kate Mueller, you can love someone before a year. Trust me. Talking about your holding out on the love word.
Right.
You can. It's horribly dangerous to do that. I don't recommend it at all.
I went through that twice. Loving somebody before, I should have, I guess.
Loving somebody before they love you.
Exactly.
Then you get fucked.
It never works out. It's like,
Proof positive.
Slow the roll, and get to know each other first, and hang out a lot. And
yeah, can't talk to your mother about that.
I mean, and you don't even got to make any moves, you just get to know this person and see where it goes,
Fucking horrible. Love is horrible. These analogies, though, says Psycho Care Bear. I don't remember the analogy. That was a little bit ago. He's a good man, question mark, from Kate Mueller. I think she might be talking about you.
Yeah. I love her. She's awesome.
Steve Engel, bed by 11, home by 2. Yeah, kind of. Rikki told you had plenty of time to... Okay, I wasn't driving to Toronto for a show. Only a 4-hour drive. No, not doing that. Steve, you can do it in less than 4 hours. Take the Marine City Fair. I'm not taking
coming through Sarnia.
I'm not taking ferries and driving across international borders to go see a local band. I will make a drive. A couple hours is fine, but crossing into a different country across a ferry, no. I love all your great guys, but
right.
I'd be out of there by 2, drunk driving home across international borders for 4 hours. No, thank you. That's the last thing I need is an international warrant for my arrest. Jessica Harris, can't wait to hear it. Talking about my killer upcoming solo track featuring Noah Polston from Cyodine. Super cool. We played the solo on the show weeks ago. Say okay, Bear. I'm scared to admit I was into punk rock and ska. Me too. Killing Pixies rule. I think I may have been the first to book them. Some of them just graduated from the Detroit Institute of Musical DIME, whatever the fuck that stands for. Kate Mueller says, made my mistake. I wish I was awesome. Ha, but I needed to hear that. Oh, well, you are awesome, Kate.
She is.
You are
very awesome.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get into, what time? Oh, God, we are way behind. We're going to get into our Pump It or Dump Band of the Week right now. Like I said at the top of the show, from Valmiera, Latvia. If you're into classic rock, bands like Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith, I like this stuff, and it just seems to be falling on a lot of this on me lately. They have a song called None of a Kind off their brand new album, also called None of a Kind. Facebook.com/Quick Strike Band. You can check these guys out. Info on these guys: a no-nonsense experience of raw guitars, sweet tones, genuine vocals, and sweet emotions. Each Quick Strike song is an event of its own, and it's all reel to reel. Offering an all-around chamber of good old classic rock and roll, the band delivers an authentic what you get on the record is what you get live experience. Take it or leave it, no refunds, as you would not want any guaranteed. They are an encounter that will leave you dazed, amazed, crazed, and definitely craving for more. From beautiful harmonies to flaming high-octane performances, this is a package that has been missing since the likes of Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses. This is a band you cannot afford to miss.
I'll make that decision.
That is a hype piece if I've ever heard a hype piece in my life. Last week, Blackheart Saints out of Texas, their song Reach the End only got 1 fucking vote.
Really?
Okay, so people who are listening to this, if you dig the bands, head on over to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Rocks100. Give it the thumbs up, the like thing. And if you don't like it, give it the angry mad face. That's all I ask.
I thought they were awesome last week.
They were, but the thing is, the bands never share this shit. They just kind of like, oh, that's cool, thanks. Well, you got one fucking vote. You look like a fucking retard.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like nobody gives a shit about you.
Have you ever had anybody like be able to come back, or you know?
Yeah, dude. Like we've had some Pump It or Dump bands a week that have had like 400 votes.
Holy shit!
I think the most we had was like 625.
Really?
You know, and because they like share it and be like, you know, every day, hey, if you haven't liked it, you know, pump us. We want to be on the fucking radio show.
Right.
You know, do this thing. And lately it's just been a lot of bands who are like, cool, thanks for playing us on your show. Well, I'd like to talk to you if you could promote the fuck out of your band or something like that. You know, that would be awesome. But bands are getting fucking lazy. It's a fucking thing. Right. So we're going to play this right now. Quick Strike, their song None of a Kind. We're going to come back, Beer of the Week. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll be talking to Kate Mueller from Craft of Conviction. We got some tunes by them. I'm going to talk about all things Kate Mueller, one of my homies, my bestest friends in the world. She actually gave me these little balls that I wear all the time now for my birthday. So super cool. We're going to talk to her and get down to it. So here it is, Quick Strike, None of a Kind. We'll be right back. Episode number 144 of the Rikki ROXX Show right here on YouTube Live on youtube.com and rocks100.com.
Feel my pistons bumping, get your hands up on my wheel. Come get lost in my wasteland and strike a nasty deal. This dark and weary road is my home. I never stop my engines and my fuse won't blow all over you. Yeah, I'm bad fun. Don't just stand for a smoking gun. No man, no beast, no deities. No ties that bind. What you're looking at is not Novocaine.
All right. Wow, that was loud. All right, there was Quick Strike of Valmiera, Latvia, and their song None of a Kind. Larry, what do you think, dude?
To me, it was like a, let's see.
Kind of some Skid Row in there.
I was going to say
some Sebastian Bach.
Buck Cherry meets Jackal meets Sebastian Bach, or maybe a drunk Axl Rose.
So is that a good thing, or you're spilling, Larry?
Yeah, I got a hole in my lip now.
Jesus.
I mean, I didn't like the pause in the middle. I don't know what the hell that was all about.
It probably had something to do with a storyline or something like that. Some of the video.
I don't know. I didn't really dig it as much as I did last week's band.
Oh, really? I thought it was pretty fucking cool. Granted, I'm old and I'm into that kind of shit.
It was good up till he, did that. If you want to say Sebastian or Axl, I was like,
you don't like a singer with a lot of range?
No, I mean,
are you jealous that you can't do the squeeze my balls and I'll scream super loud thing?
Maybe my balls are too big to squeeze. So I get
my balls busted every fucking day, so I can get the high screams.
Right.
Yeah. So not a fan.
Not really.
I dug it. So if you guys out there dug it, head on over Facebook.com/Rocks100. Give it the Pump It or Dump It Band of the Week post a like. If you didn't like it, like Larry, give it the sad, mean, nasty face.
I mean, I had a good fill. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a good feeling. It's just, I don't know.
Okay. So we're going to move on to this week's Beer of the Week. Getting ready for Kate Mueller from Craft to Conviction. She is waiting in our virtual green room, I guess, right now. So we're going to get her on a minute. This week's Beer of the Week comes from Black Rocks Brewery up in Marquette, Michigan. This is their Honey Lav. Here is the can for you kids out there. This is a 5.2% ABV, 17 IBU wheat beer. Bought this for $11.99 for 6 12-ounce cans from B&B Beer and Wine in Chesterfield, Michigan. If you want to get drunk like Rikki ROXX when he gets home at 1 p.m. on the weekend like a fucking loser, head on over to B&B Beer and Wine. You will be just fine until the next morning when you feel like absolute shit. So if you want to feel like absolute shit like Rikki ROXX, head over to B&B Beer and Wine. Description on this one. This is our summer seasonal beer, an American wheat brewed with Michigan honey and full lavender flowers.
It tastes like lavender flowers.
There it is, a fresh and flavorful ale with a great balance between the floral lavender and the sweet honey. The sweet, sweet honey. Available May through August, so this is definitely a seasonal beer. Larry, what do you think? BeerAdvocate.com gave this an 8.5 out of 10. What do you think on this one?
I mean, it tastes like it says. It's not bad. It's actually kind of smooth. It doesn't have that really big bite of barley hops, skunky. I could probably drink this. I'd probably give it like a 7.5.
Yeah.
He's going, this fucking shit.
This tastes like what a girl smells like.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Yeah, this is very lavendery.
It is very lavender.
That is the overwhelming taste on it. It tastes like a woman. This is as close to a woman as I get as a lavender beer.
Have you ever tasted a woman, Rikki?
It's been a long time, Larry. It's been a very long time. Yeah, you're definitely getting that lavender thing on here more than you are that honey taste.
Yeah, for sure.
It is smooth. It is an easy pour. Yeah, this is definitely a summer beer. It's light, 5.2 ABV, which is you're right around your Bud Light, Budweiser kind of alcohol content on it. This does taste like lavender smells. If you haven't had a lavender beer before, it definitely has that taste to it. That is the overwhelming taste.
I kind of enjoy it, man.
It's got a nice nice ale color, I guess, to it. Yeah.
Me to the Jeopardy.
Yeah, no, it's okay. This isn't something you sit in your basement and drink like me, like alone by yourself because nobody likes you. This isn't one of those woe is me beers. This is people actually like me, and I'm going to hang outside with people that like me. So because of that, I'm going to give it a 6.5. Yeah, this is definitely an outdoorsy beer. This definitely falls into the summer, being outside with friends and family, none of which I have. I'm in the woe is me thing now. I got to lay off the Bacardi. Yeah, this is definitely, and if you're a loner like me, go mow the lawn, do some yard work, crack one of these. It's nice and refreshing. It's light. You definitely get overwhelming lavender kind of taste to it. Other than that, it's smooth. It's a smooth pour. If you want to pour it into a glass, you're not going to get a lot of head out of it.
Where's your mind at, Ricky?
Yeah, I know, right? But this is definitely a good beer if you're just kind of chilling out on your deck or something like that, enjoying a summer day. Yeah, this is definitely a summer beer. So there it is. Larry gives it a 7.5. I get it a 6.5. I'm not a huge fan of lavender. I use it to go to sleep. That's why, I have the vaporizer thing up in my room, the whatever the fuck that hippie shit is.
Chasing it all night.
Yeah. So that's what lavender is to me. Whether it deserves to be in a beer, I don't know. So real quick, heading over to the chat. I definitely have, she does have a face. We're going to see Kate Mueller's face in a minute. Definitely interesting. It would be my room. The green room is my room. So you guys get a glimpse into my world. Katelyn, you are okay in there. You need snack. Okay, so they're talking about snacks and water. All right, so we're going to play a Craft Conviction song real quick. We're at 8 o'clock. We're just getting into our second hour. We're going to play their first single that this band put out. When I used to do the Rocks 100 top 10 or top 5, whatever the fuck it was, this was always a song that was on there every single week. This is a song that got me turned on to Craft Conviction. This is my first introduction to Kate Mueller, and I've known the other guys in the band for years, but this is my first introduction to Kate. And so we're going to listen to this. I don't remember if they call it One Night Love or Vertigo, whatever the fuck it is. It had different names at different times. So we're going to play this, come back, get Kate Mueller on the tip here, and talk to her about all things Craft Conviction and her awesomeness and anything else we can come up with. So here it is, One Night Love, Vertigo, whatever the hell you want to call it. The first single that Craft Conviction put out. Here it is, episode 144 of the Rikki ROXX Show, YouTube Live and rocks100.com.
Don't you know what you have done? Don't breathe in
Wow, that ended quick. All right, so there it is. That was Craft Conviction and their song One Night Love. We are going to switch over, see if we can get Zoom to work, and get Kate Mueller on the tip here. My little girl fronting a band. There it is. We'll see if we can get her on here. Turn that on. Are you there? Connecting to audio. Connected to audio. Kate, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Everything is good. How you doing, kiddo?
I'm good. How are you?
I am living the dream, drinking feverishly for an unprecedented 3 days in a row.
Oh, ouch. That sounds actually kind of horrible.
It's
an everyday for Rikki.
It's an everyday for me. What's going on with you? What's going on with Craft Conviction? New CDs out. You just had your CD release not too long ago. I was a shitty dad and didn't have you on my show to promote it. How did it all go?
Oh, it went. I mean, it went amazing. You were there, obviously. Sorry, I was totally posting it on Facebook that I'm in here right now. But it was. I couldn't believe it, honestly. It was kind of mind-blowing, like, seeing how many people from the music scene and how many people, like, from, like, you know, that I've met in these past, like, 3 years, like, actually showed up, came and, like, supported us. And, like, you were there, and it was, like, you know, Katie Puga, Kayla from Stage Drive, and, like, there's just everybody that, like, you know, a lot of the people I really, really cared about, and like a lot of the people that, you know, I've like, you know, really looked up to in the scene, or like really like, you know, like you guys are like, it's sorry, I'm like, I'm struggling, but it was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. It was amazing. And like you coming on and introducing us was so much fun. We had a blast. We really did. I couldn't believe how good of a little turnout we had for it being, you know, our first EP release, and, you know, our first time really being, you know, the main attraction.
Right. So, you know, let's get right back to the beginning, you know, for you, because you have kind of an interesting story, you know, getting into this band, and, you know, the stage fright that you had, and overcoming, you know, obstacles. You know, you're a friend of Kelly Tucker's as well, and his mom, I believe, is still hanging out in the chat. You know, so take us back to, you know, since we're talking about Kelly, talk about his kind of like influence in your life and getting you to pursue singing.
If I start crying, don't judge me. But then,
no, I'm not judging. I need clickbait. I need tears.
So when I came into the scene, I had just gotten out of an extremely mentally abusive relationship, and I moved into the area, like, out of the tiniest little town. I came out of Pinckney, Michigan, which is like, if you've ever been there, like you've crossed through it when you go to Hell, Michigan. Like, it's that little town before you go to Hell to visit Hell.
You blink and you miss it.
Like this itty bitty tiny town. I moved out there, and actually I was walking to look for a job, and I heard metal music, and I'm a huge fan of metal, which, sorry, Rikki, I know you're not, but
no,
I really do love metal. I love rock and roll, and I could hear it from across the street, and I was like, man, okay, I gotta go check that bar out. So like I went home, I like changed my clothes into, you know, something a little bit more. Actually, it's really funny that you brought up Kelly. I'm actually wearing my Don't Cup the Mic shirt right now. But I decided, you know, I'm going to go to this bar, right? And it was the Ritz, and at the time known as the Ritz.
Yeah.
And actually, funny enough, I walked down there, and I walked into the bar, and I actually saw Kelly from across the room, and I was like, huh, that looks like, you know, an interesting human. And I like went and I got a drink, and after a while, like, I'm watching these metal bands, and they're shit. I don't even remember who it was. They were terrible. They were so fucking bad. And
that's why I don't like metal. 90% of them are just like that.
Okay, yeah, like, not fucking rock, right? Okay, like.
Didn't change her mind.
She snorted. Wow, she just snorted. I got it.
It's true. It's so true. But anyways, I was drunk enough, and I don't drink much, so it does not take much to get me drunk. And I just like kind of nudged this guy next to me, and I was like, I could do better than all these guys. And in my drunken like state, had no idea who I was talking about, and he chuckled and he goes, yeah, you really think you could? And I was like, yeah, I really do. And he pointed across the way and he goes, all right, you see that guy over there? That's a booker. I'll introduce him. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And like, didn't actually think he was going to. And we walked outside because I went to go have a cigarette and I didn't realize that the guy that he had pointed at had already walked out. And like, I walked out and followed me and he goes, hey, Ronnie, because it was Ronnie Davis. And
yeah. Great guy.
Dude, like, wow, that's a whole nother like topic of people.
Yeah.
But he goes, hey, Ronnie, this girl thinks that she can do better than any of these bands in here. And he goes, yeah, Kelly. It's Kelly Tucker. He goes, yeah, Kelly, you really think so? And he goes, yeah, she thinks she can. And I looked at him. I was like, yeah, I think I could. Right? Oh, my God. He looked at me, goes, all right, do you have a band? I was like, nope. He's like, well, you got 2 months. Figure it out. I put together the shittiest project in existence. Actually, funny enough, you can ask Wisher's drummer about it because he stepped on stage for us for, I think it was this show, to play drums for us. It was just me, the bassist, and our guitarist dropped and our drummer dropped. So we pulled Noah from Wisher on stage with us, and he played and he did great. Noah was awesome. We fucking bombed it because like the bassist never wanted to fucking practice. I'm not gonna name names, not gonna get into it.
No, let's name names. I want names. I want to know who this guy is. I want to know who this guy is.
Like,
is he still around?
No, I will say I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's in a band right now.
Okay, well,
I got your back. I got your back.
I don't think he's in a band right now.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. He could be, and I just don't know it. So, but none of my business. Don't want to know, honestly, like, none of it. But anyways,
I want to know.
We got on. We fucking sucked. I couldn't, like, I tried my best, and, like, I got off stage, and Kelly, like, looked at me, and he goes, well, your voice is great. Your band fucking sucks. And I was just like, oh shit. He goes, like, you need to get a band that actually fits you. Like, you need to find somebody that fits you. Like, this isn't it. I was like, yeah, you're right. This isn't it. And like, funny enough, I actually told Kelly that I was gonna quit at one point because I was like, oh, it's not worth it. I can't find a band. He goes, I swear to God, Kate, if you fucking quit, I'm gonna fight you. I was like,
yep.
Okay, all right, like, I'll keep trying. And like, I ended up again, like, you know, I continued to be like, I continued to look, and I joined the Kill Pops, which they were awesome. They were a lot of fun, huge like learning experience. Which that same bassist from my original band was in that originally, but like, again, not gonna name names, never showed up, so he got fired from that. Never wanted to practice. But that was just like a cover band, right? And like, again, dude, I had the worst stage fright. I don't even know how the fuck I'm like where I am right now. Sometimes I question everything because I'm like, how did I get here? Like, I was so scared. Like, every time I had done a show, like, because with Profits, it was Horrible, which was the name of my original little thing. And then with the Kill Pops, I was just as terrified. And then I met Crafted, and it was really funny because it was actually right after Kelly died. So like, Kelly and I had spent like quite a bit of time, like, he kept trying to push me to like get into the music, right? And like, this was like 5 years running. I like fell in love with this guy. Like, he became my best friend, and he kept saying like, Kate, you're gonna find that band. You're gonna find that band. And when you find that band, Kate, it's gonna blow your mind, and you're gonna know at the moment you meet them, and like, you are gonna do just such amazing things. Like, keep pushing. And I was like, I kept doubting myself, and like, he saw so much in me, and like, I didn't see any of what he saw, and like, nobody else did too. Funny enough, like, a lot of people like really questioned me, you know, like, oh, is this girl really trying this? Like, she kind of fucking sucks. Like, at the beginning, I kind of was. I was terrified to like actually present who I was and like who I am as a person. But we had sat down, and like, he helped me get through some really, really tough times that, you know, honestly, I shouldn't be here right now. Kelly like saved my life, more than once, actually, twice. He not only saved me from a really bad alcohol addiction, but I did fall into some like pretty heavy drugs at one point, and he pulled me out of it. And he like,
drugs. Oh, no,
Yeah,
that's not a good thing. No, okay. Yay, drugs.
What?
No, I was like, yay, drugs.
Yeah, no, and like he caught on. He was the only person that actually caught on that I was doing coke, like really, like I was bad. And he like was like, dude, like you're gonna fucking kill yourself. You're gonna die. Like if you continue down this road, like you're gonna die.
How old were you at this point? You know, at this point when this was happening.
This was 2019.
Okay, so
this is right before I met Crafted Conviction.
Okay, so just because I want to kind of compare ages when, you know, I had my coke addiction, you know, I kind of want to see if you were kind of falling in the same age range. Like
23.
Okay, I was like 24, 25, so about the same age. Yeah,
24.
Okay, all right. So all right, keep going.
Yeah, so like, he pulled me out of it. He made me fucking promise him to never pick it up again. And like to this day, like I have not touched it. Like he passed. Well, we know that he passed at the beginning of 2020. And crazy enough, like, you know, I knew that like I couldn't fall back into doing stupid shit. Like if I fell back into doing stupid shit, like I was gonna end up dying. And I was like, that's the last thing that I want. I don't want to die. Like the people around me don't want to see me go. And I was like, I gotta find an outlet. If I don't find an outlet, like I'm gonna fall, man. I'm gonna fall really hard and really fast. And I was like, I can't allow that. I can't have that happen. I can't be that person. And I ended up actually putting on Facebook that I was looking for a blue-eyed jazz group.
Okay.
Like,
jazz group. Okay. We're enjoying jazz band. Okay.
I wanted to do blues. I wanted to do blues really bad. And then like I started scrolling through that same Facebook post and I ended up running into this band's post of serious band looking for a serious vocalist. And something told me, and I don't know if it, you know, if it was, you know, you want to call it God, you want to, maybe it was Kelly even, like, just, I don't know. But my gut said, like, dude, if you do not message them, you are going to regret everything. You are going to regret everything. And I was like, whatever you have to say, God, like, we're doing it. We're like, I'll message them. And I did. It was Crafted. I messaged, I said, hey, I don't know if you guys would be interested, but I'm a female vocalist looking to join an original rock group, and I would really love to come and try out. And they messaged me back and they were like, yeah, that'd be awesome. You know, here's 2 covers, which was like Ozzy Believer, and I can never remember the other one. And then they sent me 3 demos, and they're like, you know, you can like either you can like learn one of these covers, or you can, if you can, write to one of the songs, but we completely understand if you can't. First thing I did, I did not care about learning the covers in any sense or form. I went straight to the demos, and within a couple of hours, I had written Clinically Insane.
Wow.
Nice.
Must be nice.
And I practiced it and practiced it and practiced. I was scared shitless. Like, I tell you what, I was so scared. I was like, oh God, I hope they like it. So like I practiced it for that 2 weeks until like I went in to see them, and I came in with this song and they're like, well, so what'd you do? And I was like, they're like, did you learn a cover? And I was like, no, I didn't. They're like, well, then what the fuck did you do, dude? And I was like, I actually wrote a song. And they were like, oh. And I was like, yeah, it's this one, which I can't, it was clinically something named clinical something. I can't remember what it was originally.
Right.
But I was like, all right, let's run it. And we ran all the way through it, and they kind of like just all stopped, and they all had this like when we were done, and they all kind of like smiled and nodded, and they were like, oh, like, you can come back on, you know, on Wednesday, right? It's like, yep, yeah, I can come back Wednesday for sure. And it kind of continued like that for a couple weeks. We wrote One Night. I mean, I wrote One Night Love pretty quick after that too. One Night Love was on the roster pretty fast, and then it just kind of like we really started to flow with each other and like connect. And after a couple of weeks, like they finally asked me, they're like, so you're gonna stay, right?
Wow.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I really like you guys. Like we really fit well together, you know? And obviously, like, it was a very big learning journey because this was my first real band, man. This is my first real thing. Like, this is the first thing that I've actually put time, effort, and like so much love into. And you can, as you like listen to our music, you can hear it too. You can hear from One Night Love to now, like how far like we've come as a band and as a group. And it just absolutely like blows my mind, honestly. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, we have new stuff coming out here soon. Like, we're working on new stuff now, and like the new stuff just even blows my mind just as much. It's like, holy cow, like I thought, you know, our EP was like decent and like really good, and like I felt like we put a lot of good work, time, and effort into all of it. But like the new stuff is just as like, it's just like, wow guys, like I didn't think we could get like much better than what we did last time, but we just keep growing, and it just, I can't believe it. I can't.
Yeah, like I had met Doug and Brendan when they were in Blacktooth Militia. That's when I met those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known Johnny, the bass player, from like kind of just like around town, you know, whatever he was into, you know, I'd run across him. But I know Brendan and Doug from Blacktooth Militia, metal band. Metal. And, you know, played a lot of shows with them in different bands and all that. And then I'd see like Brendan or whatever around. I'm like, oh, dude, you know, because Brendan's a huge GNR fan. I'm like, dude, why are you playing metal when you're like a Guns N' Roses fan? And, you know, I met up with him or I saw him at one point. I'm like, dude, what are you up to now? I heard you're a singer from Blacktooth. You kind of just dipped. He's like, yeah, I'm putting a rock band together. I'm like, a rock band? It's about fucking time, dude. And it ended up being Crafty Conviction, you know? So, and that's where I met you. You know, this way, you know, oh God, I don't even remember the first time I saw it Crafted.
Actually, the first time I think you actually saw us live, Rikki, it was your birthday.
Was it really?
It was your birthday. Do you remember? I was like, I came at...
It wasn't this last one, was it? No, it wasn't this last one.
That.
Okay, so 2 years ago.
Yeah, you were like, my show's not a practice, Kate. And I was like, how dare you, Rikki? I can do this. And you're like, can you really, though?
See, I was channeling Kelly through that. Can you really do this? Because my birthday show ain't no fucking joke. It's a big fucking deal.
Right.
You know, people come out to that shit. They don't want to see shitty bands, so you better be fucking good, you know.
Right.
I mean, we did. That was like, and the funniest thing is that was, I think, our second show together ever. As a band. So, like, we had done Bacchus before that.
Yeah, I was going to say, take us to that show, because if you follow Kate on social media, you know, you'll see you had the big ass hat on, you know, and I saw some video, you know, kind of saunter around stage a little bit, you know, obviously very shy, very, oh man, here it is.
Not who I am today.
You know, and compared to,
Not
you know, the
close.
CD release, you know, she's flailing around on the floor, and I'm like, oh God, that's how you get pink eye. Get up, you know. And,
oh my God.
You know, so take us to that first show, that Bacchus show. You know, you guys had written these songs. You're getting this. You have this feeling, man. This is where I'm supposed to be. The heavens spoke down on me that I should contact these guys, be a part of this. We're all gelling. We're writing these cool songs. It's coming so easy. Now you're at the point of playing the first show. Take us through that.
So that day, the entire car ride there, I was shitting myself, fucking shitting myself, because I was like, we had a cover. I couldn't remember the fucking lyrics to the cover. I was like, I'm gonna blow it. I'm gonna blow it all. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna blow it. I'm like, this is it. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know? And like, we get there and like, everybody's so relaxed and chill. And I'm still like in my head, like, oh my God, like, can I do this? I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. You know, I'm like trying to pump my own self up. And I'm like, there's a lot of people there. Like, they're just like spread out through the field and everything, like, you know, talking. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, the first person goes, not very many people go up to the stage. I mean, there's quite a few, but not like a ton. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? Everybody seems to be vibing out at their tents. I like, you know, I shouldn't have to worry that much. Like, I shouldn't have to worry about a bunch of people being at the stage, right? Well, we like get up. We're the first like real act of the night. Like the first person did rap and it was good. They were really good. It was really cool to listen to. And then like we were the second people. So we get on and I notice as we're going through our first song, and there's more and more people like coming up to the stage. And I'm like automatically like nervous. I'm like, oh my God, they're listening to us. Like, they're walking up to look at us and like listen. And I like literally this hat was like actually like I don't have the original one.
Oh, she's getting the hat. Oh, there it is.
I do have the other one that I made this year. So like I literally had this hat on. I was like hiding behind it like that, like terrified, dude. I couldn't even look at them. And like every time I'd turn away and then I'd look back, there'd be 5 more people. And I'd be like, where are they coming from? Like, why? Like, holy shit. And we had this one dude that, like, straight up, we had this one guy stood there and looked at us like this.
Oh, no.
Straight
That's
face.
the worst. That's
The
the
entire
worst.
time. And, dude, every time I would turn, he'd be right there, and I'd make dead eye contact with him. I'd be like, oh, my God. Like, he's looking at us, and he's not bobbing his head. He's not nothing. He's straight faced as fuck, and it was the
He's probably
entire
he's probably high on shrooms or some shit if his Bacchus. Yeah,
I don't know.
He's on shrooms. He's on a different planet.
I think I played that same show with her.
I think you probably
You did?
I did.
You did. That was the first time you and I met.
It was. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, and like, and that's also the first. Well, no, I had met. Fuck. What drag was it? Drag Saw.
Drag Saw.
Yeah, I met Drag Saw beforehand because they practiced at the Hive with us. They actually were like the first people I showed like the demo of our, of One Night Love and Clinically Insane to. I love Rich Siege. Like Rich is one of my favorite people. I literally have thrown cookies at that dude. Like I've like literally my entire life, all I wanted to do was throw a cookie at someone. Right? Ran down the hallway at the Hive and chucked a fucking cookie at him. And he was like. And ran away.
He was like, do it again.
But no, like awesome dude. And yeah, we got off stage though, and dude, it was I couldn't walk more than 5 feet. Everybody was stopping us, like, wow, you guys are awesome. Like, what a change of pace, guys. Wow, this is your singers, like she could actually sing, and I'm just over there red. Like I can't even I can't even take a compliment. I'm one of those people. It's like, thank you. I'm sorry, I don't know how to react. Like I was trying not to cry.
So what does that do? What does that do for you? Your first show with a new band. You have this almost crippling stage fright. You're shaking on the way to the show. You get through the gig, and people are coming up. You're seeing people come up to the stage. You're seeing people get into it, minus the guy tripping out on shrooms that's just staring at you very fucking awkwardly. I fucking hate that guy. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I still hate the guy that just stands there and stares at you. It's creepy as shit. But
freaks you out every time.
Yeah, it's horrible. There's always that one guy, and I'm like, God, I gotta go to the other side of the stage just so I don't have to see this dude. But so you get off stage, and people are like, oh my God, awesome change of pace. You guys were fucking awesome. You guys killed it. You can actually sing. You're different. You're a change of pace. This is awesome. What does that do for you, with your confidence level? Because I guess from what we're getting is you've had this stage fright, this kind of, should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this kind of thing up until this point? Is this the point where you kind of, you still do?
I still did for a
Okay.
minute. Actually, I still was really like for the few shows after that too. I still, cause we got really tight. We got even tighter after that because we had COVID hit again and everything shut back down.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh God damn it. And then we had your show come up and I begged you to be on it. And I knew that, after our first show that getting on the stage, the only way to continue to get over that fear
is to play Rikki ROXX Birthday Blowout at Diesel.
It was the last time I feared being on stage.
Was it that?
The last time I feared being on a stage.
And that was, if memory serves me correct, right after Kelly had passed. Am I correct?
It was.
It was a couple months after, but.
It was, yeah. It was.
Because I think he passed in, like, what was it, February? And then that show was in May.
May or June.
February 24th, 2020.
Yeah, and my birthday show that year, I believe, was in May.
May 21st.
Something like that. Oh, yeah.
I played, of course. I played.
I
You
think
always
so. Because was that the show that Eva was on?
Yes. That was the COVID edition of the show.
Yep. So, yeah, that was pretty much like our second show ever. And that was the reason why that show was so hard for me was because Kelly loved that place. Like, he loved the sound on the theater side, and you put us on the theater side. Last time I had seen Kelly was at the Diesel.
Yeah. And this is what I remember from that show. I don't remember a lot because I always get completely wasted at my birthday shows. But I remember taking Katelyn to the little memorial of Kelly at on the theater side, by the soundboard, and she had wanted to see it. And Shudder played that night as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they did, and they
had his guitar on stage, and I was like, oh my god. Kate is she's just like melting down like all the time. She sees the little memorial with his Heineken there, and she comes outside crying, and Shudder goes on and plays.
It was an emotional day to be on, especially on the theater side where Kelly just loved doing sound over there. And he would talk about it a lot, that he loved doing the sound over there. And just like, especially with one of the last times of me seeing him was me walking through that back door of that stage, and him being right there at the bottom of the stairs, and his face just lighting up like, you're here. And like, ran up, poked my sides like he did, and went off to go and, plug everybody in and do his job. And like, he stopped, and he just like, once he got back off the stage and gave me a hug. So like, being there, walking in that place, and then performing for the first time there ever and on that stage was a very emotional ride, because I got off that stage. I don't know if you remember. I know other people do, because like, I've had people stop me and be like, you remember that time at Rikki ROXX's birthday you got off stage and you were bawling your eyes out? Well, everybody, the reason why I was actually bawling my eyes out was not due to fear.
Because you actually got to play Rikki ROXX's birthday blowout. I understand.
Oh, yeah, I was totally crying because it was his birthday. No, I was crying because it was the first time I had ever performed on a stage that one of my best friends loved doing, not only the sound, but he also, it was like one of my favorite places to interact with him. And to be there without him there, it was emotional. It was hard. And like, I still struggle with the Diesel, and like, that's, going there due to the fact that like, it's an emotional roller coaster. Like, every time I go there, I think about him and like how much he cared about that place and those places. And I miss him in a lot of senses and forms. And it just sucks because like, you look out and you hope you're going to like take a glimpse at the sound area, and like, you're going to see him, even for a second,
All right, real quick, I need to shout out Bob Surgott. He said Kelly died in 2020. This is 2021. There was no show in 2020. Yes, there was a show in 2020. I managed to get my birthday show in the couple weeks that Diesel did open.
I think he's right, though. I think it was 2021 that I performed.
Was it 2021?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we didn't get to,
because the Ava Under Fire show where they played was when Diesel opened for a couple weeks, and they had shitty.
Play with them.
You didn't.
We did play with them on your birthday. So did they play 2 years in a row for your birthday?
No. So you weren't on what show? Who played on that damn show then?
Definitely Eva was on that show. Shudder was on that show because you showed me the guitar. Eva was last that night. You guys were obviously there.
Okay,
and
so
we did, and Kugran.
Because if Ava was on it, they played the COVID show because Diesel opened for like 3 weeks. We did play the COVID show. With I think there was like a 300-person capacity between the two rooms that I could do.
2020 or 2021?
That was
2020.
That was 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Did we do that later in the year of 2020?
No, it was in May.
Mm-hmm.
because everything was locked down. Like, I took a huge gamble that week or that year because I was like,
because our first show was technically I thought October of 2020. So, but we definitely played with Eva. You guys now Robert's got me questioning my entire reality.
geez, I'm gonna have to look this up.
I'm like, I think Robert's right. I think it was 2020, 2021.
Because Ava played the COVID one.
Yeah, well, the COVID one, there was another shutdown during 2021. We're in 2022, guys.
Yeah, I know we're in 2022. I'm just trying to. I don't remember who the hell played all my damn birthday shows. Now I gotta fucking find it.
And I played your birthday show this year. Right?
I believe so.
Simon.
I think you did. Rest in peace.
Stronger was on that one.
Fallen Stronger's been on a lot of them. I think they've played more times than I have.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Larry, I love you. I love your guys' band so much. It's always so much fun watching you guys perform.
Yeah, and watching you and how far you've come and how great you are on stage and all your nice little outfits you wear and the confidence you have going back and forth. It's awesome watching you too, Katelyn.
Thank you. It's just like, and it's even crazier because like looking back, like there was a lot of people that did not believe that I could do this. There was a lot of people and I had somebody actually Howie Hula pulled me aside and like I love Howie. Howie is very, very kind soul, and he pulled me aside. He goes, Kate, when you first started this and like first started trying to be in a band and like doing music, I thought, she's not. This is a joke.
Yeah, he's very opinionated. We'll just say that.
And he said, a lot of people in the area really thought it too. And I'm not gonna lie, like you have come back and you have proven us all wrong, and I am extremely proud of you. And I can't believe how far you've come. And like, I started to cry because like having somebody like a booker say that to you that didn't believe in you is mind blowing, Like I know that a lot of people when they first saw me, they were just like, she's terrified. What is she doing? Like, why is she here?
Howie didn't like us in the beginning either.
Howie doesn't like anybody.
I love Howie, man. Howie knew me from like before I really started doing the music. Like, so like he saw Profits and how bad Profits was, and like I get it. It was like a big old joke. It was a big old joke for the longest time, and I felt like, and I guess I was the laughing stock. I never saw it. I'm kind of glad I never like saw anybody like think that of me, or never heard anybody think that of me then, because I think that would have really shot me down then, because I already had these confidence issues of like, am I good enough? Am I going to be good enough to do this? Or am I just going to fall flat? And am I going to like, not like follow my dreams? And like, I'm really glad that at the end of the day that I decided, hey, no, like every dream is worth chasing and everything is achievable if you like water it and love it enough and do what you need to do to create it. Because like, I wouldn't freaking be here if it wasn't for Kelly being like, no, you can do it. You are going to do it. And you are going to be great someday.
All right. So Bob Surgott was right. It was 2021. I did just find it. 12th annual Rikki ROXX birthday blowout, April 17th, 2021. Ave Under Fire, Chrome Molly, Heart Sick, Casting Shadows, Shutter, Suffer It Down, Screw, and Craft of Conviction. Fallen Stronger did not play that year.
That was like 18 or 19, I guess. I know we played 17. I think we played the next one.
Yeah.
We didn't play 19.
So I found it. So, yeah. So that was 2021. Bob Surgott was right.
Damn you, Bob.
2020, and then 2020, the first show that I ever did was 2020, which was in October, which was with Fallen Stronger. I believe Fallen Stronger was on that one with Bacchus, because it was for...
Oh, yeah.
Was it
the Backwoods Bash?
The birthday. It was for a birthday blowout, or it was for Dragsaw's birthday.
Yeah, yep. It was in like, it was August.
Yeah, October, I thought.
Or October. Yeah, Backwoods Bash.
Did
the Backwoods Bash.
The entire Halloween thing for it.
Yep.
God, that feels like that's so crazy to think it's our... Guys, can you believe it's been 3 years?
All right, sweetie, I've been doing this for 25 years.
Can you believe that it's been 3 years since I joined into this? Like, I can't believe it's already been 3 years. Like, that's mind blowing to think that like not even.
Well, there's 1 year we don't. Nobody counts. Nobody counts that 1 year. So call it 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's 2.
Yeah.
And I will honestly say, you know, back to the Howie thing, I have never heard one person say anything bad about Crafted at all, ever. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard it either.
Well, not Crafted in general, me. It was more of me, like a lot of people questioned me as a vocalist and whether or not I could actually do it because of how afraid I was.
Well, I mean, that's a thing that, you know, like I got that through a lot of my first bands. Be like, who the fuck's this fucking guy wearing damn makeup? You know, this dumb fucking gimmick. Obviously he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. You know, so and then eventually, you know, you show that you have some kind of skill to back yourself up, you know. So in your case, yeah, Crafted's probably the first time like a lot of people got to see you sing. You know, that's their first introduction to you. You know, never knew you from your other bands or other projects or whatever else you were doing. Crafted was the first time Detroit really got to see you perform, you know. And so when you're nobody's heard of you before, there's always going to be the, hell, is she good? Is she a fake? Is she just, you know, a pretty face to schlep up on stage and, you know, try to get people into their band? Is she one of them? Can she actually sing? Is she entertaining? Is she cool? Or is she like an airhead? Is she smart? You know, all those questions go through people.
Definitely, I would hope I'd lean towards the smart side, but, you know.
You get that from your mother.
I tell you what, I love Crafted a whole lot better than I liked Blacktooth, that's for sure.
I think a lot of people really do like the sound that we've been bringing forward and that we continue to do. And like, just as we've gotten to know each other even more, in my opinion, it just gets more and more beautiful and more creative. And the amount, everybody just brings a different little mix to the group. Like I love Johnny D so much. He walked in one day and he just pulled out his bass and he started doing this bass line, and it was just, oh my God. And we're all automatically like, keep doing that, you know? And it ended up creating our song called Reality Check, which is like, we are just now putting it on our roster of like songs to play because it's finally to the point that we're tight enough that we know it. And I loved this song from when Johnny D even started the bass line, and the drums are so creative too. And it just continues, you know, like the creativity just gets more and more intense. Like at first, like you can hear how we were like more of like a baby band when we started, when we didn't know each other very well, or I didn't know them all that well. And you can see like the transformation of us going from like this baby band learning each other to actually now knowing each other. And it's just so cool to see.
So, you know, talk to me about the other guys in the band. You know, Brendan and Doug coming from a metal band, you know, what does each member of the band bring? Because I'm assuming there's a lot of different influences in there. I'm sure there's a metal influence, and you were talking about your blues and you want to do the jazz thing. So, you know, there's probably some of that in there. What does each individual member bring to Crafted Conviction, you know, as far as what their influence is and kind of like their input into the stuff you do?
So, I mean, obviously, Brendan has that Guns N' Roses love. He absolutely loves Guns N' Roses, but like he gives like he gives that very like rock, like old time rock vibe to the like, you know, group, where Doug gives more of like the punk, like rock, like and like more of like, you know, the like little bit of psychedelic mix in there. He adds that a little bit to the group, where like, and Johnny D really adds like a psychedelic bluesy vibe to us for sure. Like I know that like Johnny D's influences would lead to like, you know, Blind Melon is one of his favorites for sure. He likes that psychedelic, like funky stuff. And I love that about him. And he's shown me these guys have shown me so much music that I didn't know existed, because like I grew up on Christian rock.
Like what?
Country.
Creed? Striper? Creed? What are we talking about? Christian rock?
Creed, Seether, lots of like regular, like actual Christian like music. So like there's no like one band that does it, but one of like the big influences or songs that I loved was like called The Great I Am when I was growing up. But like honestly, there's like, that's just like, you know, that's what I started on. Like I didn't get to see, or Red Jumpsuit Apparatus was another like rock, and like my first glimpse into rock kind of deal. And that sounds so silly because like you would never like think for a second that like I liked country or liked, you know, Christian rock like that, but I did at one point. But like eventually, like over time, my friend Amanda, who was at our EP release, and I love her so fucking much because this girl introduced me to some of the most amazing music. She introduced me to like Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch, Memphis Mayfire, We Came as Romans, like all these really great like metal bands and like thrash. There's all the different kind of metals kind of vibes and stuff, and I fell in love with it because of that. And like because of her, I fell in love with like bands like Dio. Like I love Dio more than anything when it comes to rock and roll, and I didn't discover him until I was older. And like he like great influence in every sense because he's got such a great voice. And then, you know, like you've got Black Sabbath, which he was part of at one point. And then like, I mean, my influences are so all over the place. The guys laugh at me really hard because another thing that I really love is musicals too. So
oh, that's fun.
Yeah, like yeah, oh yeah. I told them that they're gonna have to deal with musicals if we ever tour, and they're like, "Fuck you, not happening." I was like, "It's either that or D&D and magic."
Oh,
what do you want to
Jesus.
deal with?
So real quick, I need to throw this out because I'm going to try to jerk some more tears out of you. Chris Tucker in the chat says, Katelyn grew so fast in her band. Kelly would be so proud of how far she has come.
Stop. Dude, like every day I wonder like what he would say about this, you know, like every day I think about like what he would like tell me to do or like what I could do better. And I wonder like a lot of the time, like if like, you know, he would bob his head and like learn the lyrics to our songs. And like, you know, it blows my mind that like he didn't get to see this. He didn't get to see what he pushed me so hard to do. And it makes me sad because like I wish he could have. And like I know that he can still like, you know, I really do believe that like he's still here with us and like he listens, and I know that he sees what I'm doing. But like I wish his physical self could have been here to see what I achieved and what I'm achieving every day. Because like I never thought I'd be here, guys. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Like I used to, like we're gonna get a little deep here for a second, but I used to hate life. I used to not think that this life was anything worth living. I didn't want to be here. I didn't think I would make it past 21. I'm now 26 years old and I love life more than anything. I am so thankful to be here every single day. And like I never thought for a second that I would go from hating my existence and who I am to being thankful that I exist and loving every fiber of me and what I do. It blows my mind. Like, I never thought this is where I would be 5-6 years ago. And like, here I am, like thriving. And like, I just nailed the biggest job of my life. And it's just like, holy cow. It really is like worth pushing for. Like, yeah, things get really freaking hard sometimes. And like, you're going to have a lot of shit thrown in your path to try and deter you from what you want and like achieving your goals and your dreams. But like, let me tell you something, like if you give up and you continue to just like be in that doubt and in that like super negative mind state, it really isn't going to get you anywhere. Like you're just going to fall even deeper and harder and things are only going to get worse. And like, I watched myself get worse, and yeah, you got to get worse before you get better.
Ooh. Oh, it's getting deep. You know, and this is where, you know, I guess I could throw this out there. You know, I've been going through my own personal hell lately with the lady folk, I guess. And knowing how Katelyn is with dragging herself out of her personal hell. You know, she was the one person that I went to because she was going through the same stuff I was, at this time, and she was like cool enough to literally, I'm sure you remember this phone call. We talked for hours and
Yep.
I was in tears.
Rikki, you were one of the nicest people that I have ever met. And the one thing that I've noticed as a person that I struggle with is that I love with every fiber of my being. And I realized this actually today, crazy enough, that have you ever noticed, I don't know if you know anybody that has house plants, but this is the best way I can describe it. Have you ever noticed that when you get a new plant and you love it a lot, that you end up overwatering it and killing it? We also do that in the standpoint of relationships as well, all the time. You find that new person that you love and you care about, and you want to water them, and you want them to grow, and you want them to flourish, and you want them to thrive. And then you overwater them, which causes root rot and causes that love and that care to just wither away and wilt due to the fact that you overwatered it and caused it to not think that it was real anymore. And that, coming to that realization for myself, blew my mind. And that you need to also put just as much watering into yourself as you do into other people. And if you have nobody to water right now, then that definitely is a time for you to water yourself.
See, this is why I could be on the phone with her for hours.
That was great.
Because it's this shit makes sense to me. And I'm like, wow, okay. Because, getting hippy dippy, I guess. But
not really. It's just the truth.
Nature works in the same way for everything. She was talking about. She was talking about watering plants and overwatering plants. Plants are nature. Plants are part of the organic chemistry of what is the world. Humans are an organic thing, part of the nature of the world. So what works for plants works for people. You have to feed plants, you have to water them. Can't this analogy. Can't overdo it. You got to put enough water on it to keep it to survive. But if like she said, you care too much. You dump too much water on it with people, you get too overbearing, you get too into it, you get too invested, you're overwatering a relationship, it'll fucking die.
Right.
You're going
to cause root rot. And I mean, I know that Larry knows what root rot is.
I sure do.
Cause root rot, and you cause it to wilt and not be able to thrive anymore.
It's not taking up that water.
No, because it can't anymore. And then the only way to provoke that growth again is to cut away the root rot, and that means cutting away ties.
Oh, let's see. Look at this analogy. They just keep the hits keep coming. In the chat, Brendan DeFranco, your drummer, is in there. He said, "Whoa, Kate, Five Finger Death Punch is not great."
I love Five Finger Death Punch. Sorry.
Do you have a fascination with Five Finger Death Punch?
And Nickelback, he's gonna hate me more for that.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Hey, Guns N' Roses did put on a
have
shitty
the
CD
fucking
once.
methods everybody else did to learn about rock and roll. I didn't have a cool parent that liked rock, and I honestly, my dad, my actual dad, he's I didn't meet him until I was in my 20s. So but he's a huge rock, and he loves rock and roll, and I'm so glad because I've gotten to learn some of the rock and roll that my dad loves, and it's crazy because I've found some of it on my own, and I'm just like my dad, in every sense and form. It's weird.
And now I no longer like Brendan DeFranco. He was my Guns N' Roses buddy, but he says Nickelback is great. Now I have a much worse opinion of Craft Conviction.
You know what? I seen them live, and they were fucking phenomenal.
Nickelback?
I seen Nickelback, My Darkest Day in Bush at Little Caesar, before Little Caesars was there. Or
Joe Louis?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was great,
all
man.
Of you.
They
all
fucking
of
put
you.
on a great show.
All of you.
I mean, I could get into all the country people that I've seen live, and you would literally be like, what the fuck?
I fucking love country.
Oh,
I grew up on
my
country.
God.
I grew up on
We're
it.
done. This interview is over. Over.
Hey, let's talk about the spaghetti incident, because that sucked.
That's a cover album.
It sucked.
It's a cover album. Spaghetti Incident is a cover album of punk rock classics.
It still sucked.
Iggy and the Stooges, Nazareth. Come on, Brendan. Spaghetti Incident was not bad for a band that had broken up. Okay, so let's not get into that.
Okay.
Let's not get into Guns N' Roses, because I can throw facts at you for days, and Brendan will have my back on it. God, Brendan. He says it did suck though. Stop it, Brendan. I don't like you anymore. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so Craft Conviction. Okay, we are more than halfway through 2022. It seems like we don't have any worries of the COVID thing coming back and shutdowns. I think that is behind us at this point.
Thank God.
And you guys have been hitting it hard. You guys have been. You put out an album. You have songs out there. You have people that love your band, love you, love the guys in the band. You have fans. You have all this going for you. What's next for you guys? Are you playing out of, obviously you guys want to make this a thing. You want to make this your lives. You want to make this, your jobs.
This is all at the end of the day. So like somebody recently asked me, they're like, Kate, when you become successful, what would success be to you? The moment that the people that I look up to have my name in their mouths is the moment that I will feel like I am successful. Like, the big greats, like the great greats. And like, that sounds
Rikki ROXX is already talking to you. You've already arrived.
Like, I mean, it's crazy to think that like, the people that I look up, it's already starting like here in Michigan. The people that I look up to here in Michigan are starting to know us. And like, it's crazy to think like all these people that are like, oh, we love Kate. Like Kate's, the amount of love and care that we've received so far. Like, I can't wait to see what we can continue to produce as we continue to thrive, because like, I want out of this state so bad. I want to go see our country, guys. I want to go see goddamn world before I die. I want to go to California, and I want to go play in Cali. I want to go and play in Arizona, all over the place. I want us to be able to literally see the world and make money off of what we're doing. And I know the guys want the same thing, and we want to, honestly, if we never if we never got signed, but we were always making consistent money where we could all thrive off of it, I think all of us would be extremely thrilled.
Can I burst your bubble real quick?
No.
I'm going to burst your bubble. Okay, so when you go out on tour, you don't see shit of where you're at. Nothing.
No, I mean, well, in the car while you're driving.
That's about it. Because people think, oh my God, we're playing in Arizona. I can go see the Grand Canyon and do all this shit. It's like, no, you got to load in at 5 p.m. You woke up at 10 p.m. in Phoenix. You have to be in Las Vegas by 5, so you pretty much have enough time to check into your hotel and get to the club. And then after you're done with the show, be like, well, we have to check into our hotel at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and we have to be back at the venue by 5, and just rinse and repeat. So yeah, you're pretty much, what you're seeing is what you can see out the window. So,
yeah, but that's still traveling. I would rather be like out traveling and seeing the world in that sense, and even like, seeing different venues, meeting new people like that, making, a name for ourselves. That's what I want. I want to be, I've already, like, in the sense of like going to like, Arizona and stuff like that. I've already been to Sedona. I've already seen a lot of like the main attractions for what like those things are. If I want, like, when I get older, if I want to go see that shit, then I will. But for me now, it's like, I want to go play the venues that like people have always talked about, like that are huge out like outside of the state. Yeah. Like I when I come back home, I want to be the person that's I want to be coming home and playing like the Crowfoot.
Ooh,
someday.
All?
That's I know.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fillmore, St. Andrews.
Yeah, Little Caesars Arena, Comerica Park.
I would settle. I'd settle with Harpo's.
Shit, I'd sell for selling out the theater at Diesel. I'd settle for that. Give me.
I mean, honestly,
Harpo's is fun, but once you did it once, it's really not that great.
I'll take it.
I mean, Rikki played with us at Harpo's.
Yeah.
I've never played Harpo's. No, I'm just. I mean, that's just being able for us to travel out of state and having good sized little crowds out of state and stuff, and people coming to see us. Like, I want us to like feel. I just want to continue to spread out. And I know the guys do too. And the more that we spread out, the more ears that will hear us.
So at this point, what is the band doing to make this happen? I haven't talked to you about this, but last I heard, you had one Kevin fucking Razlog, working with you guys.
So we, Razlog is helping us. we have booked most of our shows ourselves right now. So it's just about, I mean, he's helped us get our, like, you know, an organization, like an actual, like, you know, things organized in the sense of, like, we know when our shows are, having it on a list and stuff, and having, you know, it color coded on whether or not it's a yes or a no or a maybe. Like, just, he's pretty much just helped us, like, get organized and make sure to, like, so we know what we need and what we need to do. So he's been extremely helpful. But it's definitely like the one thing that's frustrating is, like, I want to see more shows for sure.
So has there been the talks with Kevin about? I love talking about Kevin Raslog, but has there been?
Shut the fuck up! Like, maybe I don't want to talk about my manager.
I'm not talking about your manager. I'm talking about my former co-host. You know,
you talk shit about me too.
Yeah, when you're not here, I do. You know,
you probably talk shit about all of us.
Yeah, I talk about everybody. You know, when Bob Surgott's on the show,
Larry guy gets all the pussy, motherfucker.
Yeah, when Bob Surgott's on the show, I talk shit about everybody.
I get all the pussy. Come on now.
Oh my goodness! And here's Rikki. I'm by myself. So you know what's. You know, is there talks of you guys, you know, going out for a weekend? You know, because that I remember Kevin would always say, start out with the weekend thing, play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and do that a couple times and start building, and then kind of radiate out.
That's exactly what the plan is. Yeah, he's gonna start us out, like, he's gonna book around the weekends, and then we are going to move into doing more and more.
Okay, so what's the timeline on getting this going? Because we're quickly coming up at the end of summer. Fall's going to be coming up really quick, and then once fall hits, you know, the Midwest.
Winter this winter.
You're what?
That's one thing that we did not do before. We are playing this winter.
Oh no! Are you doing the Weekend Warrior touring thing in the winter?
Maybe.
Oh no! Have fun.
Well, I mean, we were talking about, like, we don't want to do, like, because I don't know if you remembered last year, we had a major break over winter, and we didn't really perform at all winter last winter. And we decided that we don't want to do that again this year. So we are going to, like, try and, like, do, like, a couple shows a weekend, or, you know, a show a weekend, or whatever we can to start out. Because I'm sure that everybody's kind of noticed we've been kind of spread out with shows, which it's definitely, as I said, I'd like to see more, but it's not easy right now with financials as well. So it's like, God damn it, like, I want to perform more so bad. If I could be on the stage every day, that would be great, but I also know logically that we're not ready to be on a stage every day.
Money is a thing, you know, so that's in the pipeline for you guys. So you guys are definitely looking to get out and spread your wings, get out of the I guess circuit of Metro Detroit, whatever's left of it anyway, and start getting out to Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, that whole bit. You have Kevin Raz.
Yeah, we're gonna try and go. I was actually just recently talking to Native Sons guitarist, so we're gonna try and get down and go visit Native Sons here soon before summer's end, if we can, because that would be great. We loved performing with them. That was a great show. We had a blast with them. They're great. You know, they're really high energy and just, they do a really good job. So, and they loved us too, which was great. So we would love to go and see them and help them out and go perform in their hometown. So that's on the list before the end of the year, hopefully.
Okay, super cool. I was at that show. I saw Native Sons. We've had the singer, I think his name's Austin, on the show. Ashton, close enough.
Yeah.
You know, we've had him on the show, and a super cool band has shouted me out on stage at Diesel. I kind of felt like a badass for a minute, you know.
They're great.
Awesome band. So you guys, you know, I'm assuming you guys are still writing. You guys are making new music. We've alluded to this earlier. Yeah. You know, are we looking back at going into the recording studio again anytime soon, or are we holding off on that?
So we have... Should I say this?
Yes.
I'm going to. So we have one song that's going to come out by the end of the year, that's already done and finished. And then we are talking about potentially going back to do a acoustic set. Maybe. That's a big maybe. We aren't sure yet. That's still in the talks and in the works. So,
Music
but,
videos, that's one thing you guys don't have is music videos. Anything with that?
Yes. Actually, and you guys are welcome to come. I think I talked to, didn't I talk to you about this, Larry, already about our music video?
I do believe you did.
And you don't talk to your own father about this. Katelyn Mueller, I am disappointed.
Robert is going to be doing our music video at the end of the year. We're going to be using Bacchus, I believe, to do it. We have we need a huge group of people. So like you can, Rikki, we'd love if you would come. We would like everybody that, anybody and everybody to, I think I'm going to try and set it up and talk to Bacchus where we also the next day kind of do like a weekend thing. And then the next day, everybody like sticks around and we do like a show the next day to celebrate the filming.
I'll bring your mother.
You should. I think we're going to have to see what's going to end up happening. But we're going to be using, there's going to be, everybody's going to be dressed in, I need everybody dressed in black. Purely just black. Don't wear something that you don't care gets covered in paint because there's going to be paint. And then when everybody gets there, we're going to be giving you all a white mask and an emotion. But Larry's already got his emotion. Larry has to be fear because I have to fight Larry to get on stage.
Good luck. Wow, he's snorting now too.
It's gonna be so much fun.
All right, Bob Sturgott's in the chat. He's like, don't give it all out, Kate. Don't give it all out. Keep secrets, Kate. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I love you, Robert. I'm trying so hard to keep my mouth shut. This video is I'm so excited about this. So I am so excited about all of it. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be. I have a little bit of like, I did theater a lot in school, so I have a very creative like sense of like, theatrical shit. So I got a really, really theatrical music video set up for us, an idea. And I think it's going to be, it's going to catch people's attention hardcore.
Larry, you got anything for Kate?
I love her. She's fucking great.
You should just have me come and co-host with you guys. I don't know what you guys are doing.
See, everybody's asking me like, dude, next time Larry decides to dip out, you should bring me in and be a co-host. I can do better than him. And I'm
No. What I'm saying is you should let me be the third co-host and we could all do this together.
Yeah. One day, I got to see. The thing is, I'm gonna be moving this studio out of here really fucking quick here, so the show's gonna be gone for a little bit. So yeah, one day maybe we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You should bring back. I said it in the chat. You should bring back the voting while you're gone and just do your little like. We should do that again.
Do the top 5 that nobody fucking listened to, nobody gave 2 shits about.
Yes,
that I used to do on Fridays. Yeah, that was horrible.
Yes, they did.
Nobody
People
gave.
voted.
Yeah, people voted, but nobody listened to the fucking show.
People listen.
I'd have like hundreds of votes for this top 5 thing that I used to do on Fridays, and I'd pop on, do the show, and I'm like, well, I got 1 fucking listener. This is fucking awesome. Great.
You'd have more than 1 listener.
It was
we should bring it back. You should bring it back.
I
think everybody would love it.
It was you and Brendan. That was about it.
Wait, listen.
All I remember is
I like being number one in somebody's world.
Yeah. So so we have a new song that you guys already have in the can. New music video. There's gonna be paint and people wearing black and face masks, and it's gonna be a thing. Bacchus is where this is tentatively gonna be because I'm assuming they're cool with paint being schlepped everywhere. And
well, it's not gonna be schlepped everywhere. It's gonna be all over the clothing, but still.
Okay, so
I'm not
there's
schlepping paint. God, I'm not a fucking monster.
Are you sure? You get that from your dad. So talk to me about the Detroit scene. Who are some of the bands that you are like, oh my God, these guys are great. Individuals that you are like, dude, these guys are who inspire me. Talk about your inspiration as far as the independent scene that you've been a part of for the last couple of years.
Oh God, there's so many awesome people. Why are you gonna do this to me? I mean, obviously there's you. You've always
There
been
it
like
is.
since the beginning. You've been super supportive of us, and like I really appreciate you and love you for that. You're one of the kindest individuals, and it's always so much fun seeing you at shows and having, you know, being able to perform with you. And I mean, your band is awesome too. I love Casting Shadows, and then Fallen Stronger. I mean, once you got Rich Siege in there, dude, I was already in love with you guys, but once Rich joined you guys, I was fucking done. You had my soul on a string, damn it. Like I love Larry. Like I love you, Larry. You are one of my favorite people. And like it was so cool to have somebody else that I loved so much from another, like, you know, awesome band join another great band that I loved. I was just like, yes, this is it. Like Fallen Stronger is it. Like I love this.
You
And,
have a
like,
fan,
you know,
Larry. You have a fan.
I love it. I love Fallen Stronger. Donnie's awesome. Like, dude, there's your entire band's great. Okay, don't even get me started on Fallen. Like, Fallen is awesome. Like, Larry even like I know that you don't have him anymore, but Larry had my cats for a little bit too. Meatloaf and Smokey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. He's got so Larry has a very special place in my heart. That's all I got to say about that.
All right, so another question. You know, say, you know, you guys blow up, okay? You get Ava under fire sized. And
I'm dragging. You guys do realize, like, I'm dragging. It's going to be Casting Shadows, Fallen Stronger. I'm dragging fucking Straight Stage Drive with us, Wisher. Stage Drive, and that's two other people I really wanted to talk about real quick. Is Stage Drive, the lead singer and from Stage Drive. I fucking love Kayla so fucking much. Same with Kaylee and Noah from Wisher. They're just so great. And then obviously Fatal. Like we can't forget Fatal. You didn't let me get to Katie Puga, god damn it. Like one of my favorite fucking people in the scene. One of the sweetest individuals. Like she's been nothing but like one of the kindest souls that I've ever met. And like I love her. I love her, and I love Fatal too. They're working super hard out here and they're doing super well. And it's so fucking cool to see the people that I love like doing this too. And like, I want to help everybody else succeed. Like I am sick of seeing people that I mean, I love Eva. Eva is fucking phenomenal. Like they are really good and like they bring a whole vibe. But the one thing that I wish that these bigger bands that have worked with other local bands and had to do this climb too were more into helping the bands that have supported them for so long.
Amen to that.
wow, there was some venom. I sense some venom in there.
I do have I have more venom towards the fact of like, I know everybody had to climb. We all have to sit here and do this climb. Why the fuck are we putting our feet in other people's faces and pushing other people down when we could all be at the top together? It's dumb. It is dumb to me. Like I'm sick of seeing people walk on other people and be like that, man. Like there are bands out there that really do. They are only there. They stand there the entire time they're there like this, arms crossed. They seem sad to be there. Like they don't, like we're all in this together, guys. We're all in this together. Why not help each other out? Why not give each other a hand, right?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I've known enough bands that have blown up that once they get out of here, fuck Detroit. We don't, fuck these guys. I had to
Been there,
schlep
done
around
that.
them forever, you know.
No,
Greta
yeah,
Van Fleet
that's
did it.
unfair to me. Like, hey, we played alongside you too. Like we were there too, and people love us too. Like you know, like you could help us get to your point.
Yeah, that
just
would
by saying, hey,
that would
guys,
be nice.
have you ever checked these guys out? Like Nagazi's super cool. Nagazi came and checked us out and hung out with us in Mount Pleasant, and like they shared and talked about us, and like that got us a little bit more like, you know, motion even more. Like same with Bang Up Tape Job, like, you know, talking about the bands that you're working with
Right.
or have worked with changes a lot of people. Like, oh hey, that might be a good band. Like they talked about being in a good band, like let's go listen.
Yeah, Jeff Land. I've been asking you to take us on, you know, on a state tours. Yeah, we're gonna do that. When?
I've been talking about that there's a couple bands that need to state tour together. I think that Fatal, I think that there should be like 4 major bands that are doing this. It should be Fatal, Fallen casting, I would love to be a part of it. But if it wasn't, me, then somebody else. But still, like I think those like 4 bands would do really well together.
Oof. Oof. Okay, that would be great. That would be phenomenal.
Am I right?
I don't know.
I've really thought about like that's the thing too. I've thought about putting there's a couple times where I've been like, man, I kind of really want to put a show on because I feel like I could get a really solid fucking lineup and we could have a lot of fun. It would be great.
A show is one thing. Going out on tour with people is a whole other different beast.
Well, everybody has their own cars. Get over yourself.
Well, but there are hotels and bedrooms that happen too. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. We're already at 9:15. We're already over 15 minutes. I'm having too good of a time. I am drinking Bacardi and this shitty beer.
Fuck it, bring it for another hour.
Rikki gotta go to work in the morning. Fuck. So I'm gonna do something that I never do. I'm gonna tell Larry to talk while I go and urinate. And then we can have this awkward thing that we always have when I go to the bathroom.
Oh,
all right, so Larry, you're on. Start churning. I'll give you a minute. Talk to Kate Mueller about whatever you want to talk about. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
No.
Well,
you ready?
It ain't gonna take you that long.
It won't take me that long. I'm trying. I'm being generous. I'll be right back.
Small things drain fast.
Okay.
Oh my God, Rikki.
So, Katelyn, when are Fallen and Crafted gonna get together again for a spectacular show like we did at Rikki's birthday bash and Simon's?
We really need to. I mean, honestly, like if you guys know of any, if anybody knows of any openings when they have shows and they need somebody, just let us know. We're ready to jump in and be there for you guys and anybody else. We wanna be performing with all of you.
Right. I mean, Diesel's probably the easiest place to book a show, and get a good lineup. They're pretty easy with bands coming and going, It's one of the favorite places to play, really, anyway, to get a decent crowd.
When you can and if you can. And it's like, I mean, I don't really have it's not that I don't. I have my feelings about I love that place. I do. I just we play it a lot.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's
we do too.
So that's why it's like, man, I kind of want to step away in a sense from there and then make it so like when we come back, we go back there, like it's like a show that everybody's like,
right.
Oh shit, Crafted's here. We haven't seen Crafted at the Diesel in forever because our first 3 shows back this year were all Diesel.
Right. What about like a Saginaw show, like maybe like the Vault or like White's Bar?
I've never done the Vault. I'd love to do the Vault. Dwight's Bar would be super cool too. Yeah, I'm super down for any of those.
We did White's Bar back with Dragsaw back about.
White sucks. Don't play White's.
But I tell you what, we played it and we did so well there that the owner bought our drinks all night. They loved us.
The stage is the size of Diesel's drum riser.
It's a cave. The drummer has to play in a cave.
Yeah.
That's great. That's kind of cool.
Fucking horrible.
But it's like a dive bar, but it was packed. We got a fucking fantastic response. It was actually great.
Mount Pleasant yet? Either of you up at Rubbles?
No,
I haven't played Rubbles yet.
Dude, you guys need to get up to fucking Rubbles.
You need to play over in Mulligan's in Grand Rapids. That place is off the hook too.
I loved Mulligan's.
Yeah, Mulligan's is.
Played it once. Would love that.
Mulligan's is super cool. Of course, Music Factory out in Battle Creek is fucking off the hook.
I've never played there. Would love to play the Music Factory. I mean, there's so many places we haven't played yet here in Michigan that I want to play. And I was just telling Larry this. I was like, I love the Diesel. Diesel's awesome. Like if you want to consistently play Detroit all the time, but I want to play not the Diesel because I want to play these other places that we haven't played yet.
Yeah, Music Factory is awesome. Casting's going back for a second time, opening for Tantric in September morning. That's going to be cool. Like I said, Mulligan's super cool. White's is cool, but the stage is fucking so small. Rikki ROXX cannot fully express himself on that stage.
I sang on the dance floor.
Yeah, so did my guitar player when I played there in New Day. He stood on the damn floor, and but there's a lot of places to fucking play, and hopefully, something that's on the docket. Maybe there is a crafted casting Fatal Conceit show in the future. There's been talks about
and
that.
Fallen. Don't forget Fallen.
We'll see. It may be Kate Puga's birthday blowout. I'm trying to put that together.
I mean, yeah,
I'm putting that
already
together
did
for your
that.
mom.
I know from our mom, but I was talking more like we're gonna do like yeah, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so is there anything we haven't talked about yet during this hour and a half conversation that you would like to get out there to people who are listening now or who will be listening in the morning or throughout the next forever?
Go check my band out. Check out all these locals. Like, we're like, I just want to say thank you for being a part of this, man. I'm like so thankful that I get to be doing this every day, writing music, doing art for it. I love it. I'm just, I can't say like thank you enough for like the support and the love and all the kindness that you guys have shown us and continue to show us. And, if you haven't caught us out in public yet, I hope that, you come and catch us, because like we continue to just thrive and do our best, and we want to show everybody what we can do, and we want to like just continue to spread, so. And again, thank you, Rikki, for having me.
And one more thing, Bob Surgott in the chat, he did say way too much booze on that bill, talking about that proposed tour of us four bands. And I will say this though, ain't none of those bands can party like Casting Shadows. No.
You're probably
I will fight you.
I'll agree.
Yeah, no.
I won't.
I mean, Dave can put him down. Richie can put him down.
No, we're not just talking about alcohol here, brother. We're not talking about alcohol here.
I ain't doing
I am.
I ain't do nothing else.
I am
ice water.
This is what I'll say about Casting Shadows. Rikki ROXX is the lightweight of that band. I am the lightweight of that band, and we all know how much I can put down.
All right.
Yeah, so ain't nobody holding a candle to Casting Shadows on a tour.
I mean, that's fine. I don't want to anymore.
Yeah, it's a thing. So that would be a horribly debaucherous tour.
I mean, I could smoke all of you under the table. That's about it.
Oh, I don't know. Donnie Caldwell. Larry doesn't smoke. Larry doesn't smoke anymore.
I will go hand in fucking hand, bro.
Donnie can fucking smoke it down. Larry doesn't smoke anymore, but back in his day, I'm sure he could suck down some reefer.
Donnie and I will go head to head on that, because that's another one of my favorite people in the damn scene. I love Donnie. Donnie's been super supportive.
I don't know which Donnie we're talking about.
Him.
I think we're talking about different Donnies. Are we talking about Donnie Carnes or Donnie Caldwell?
No, Donnie Carnes. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Don Caldwell from Casting.
I'm talking about Donnie Carnes from Fallen.
Yeah. Bob Surgott, Jeff could probably top you all. Jeff Land. Okay, so we're going to wrap this thing up. Check out Craft Conviction, and all your stuff is out there on Spotify. You can stream it. Do you guys have a place where you can go online if somebody wanted to pick up merch or anything like that, or a website or Facebook or anything like that?
Gotta come and see us live. If you really want merch, you're gonna have to come see us live. All the merch is on us. Like at our shows, we do have a couple. We do have our EPs on flash drives, and then you can buy our songs off of Amazon Music and Apple Music if you really want to like support our band that way. Please go and grab them off of there. They're like 99 cents.
Or you can go on Spotify and listen to them for free.
Or you could do that. But if you really don't if you can't make it to a show though, and you want to support, and or we do have a Patreon as well. Been waiting for Patreons to come and
Wait, so you have a Patreon. That's interesting. I did not know this.
Yes.
So what kind of tiers do you have going on for that? Because that's one of those things where it's like, okay, you pledge this month, every month you get certain perks and shit like that.
The first tier is $3 a month, and we'll send you I think we were planning on sending you a video of what we're working on for our new music. Tier 2, you get the same it's I think it's, God, I haven't looked at it in so long. But tier 2 is like we'll send you like same thing. You get the music video, like, or a video of what we're working on. You also get we're probably gonna like send a sticker and like, you know, some like little things. And then we're thinking about, I'm actually in the process of making NFTs right now, so I'm probably gonna make NFTs for the band. And you can probably win an NFT if you do it that way too. And then the final one is like you'll get first access to like all of our new songs before anybody else, like, and then we will send you a sticker and probably a shirt, and then you also get to see the new songs we're working on.
There it is. What's the price point on that top tier?
That top tier I think is 30.
Ooh, that's a lot of money.
Let me check.
I'm broke. $30 is a lot of money.
Too.
Granted,
Don't
I just
worry.
spent like
We're
$120 last night at the fucking bar, but it's a thing.
Beer money doesn't count.
Yeah,
I
Bob
actually
Surgott
can't
said he
remember
just
how
did
you
Motley Crue and
check.
Def Leppard with Jeff, and that's why he's like, Jeff could top you all in drinking and drugs.
My gosh.
All right, so while you're looking that up, let's see if you can multitask. We're going to play Total Satire after we're done on...
You should play I'm Not Your Bro.
I don't have that. You don't send me your shit.
Get it. Why don't you have I'm Not Your Bro yet? I'm Not Your Bro, Stand Your Ground, Run With It. Those are the 3 new EP, man. And those are like, I'm sorry, those songs have been my love since we created
Because
them.
I
Like,
figured me being Rikki ROXX, I should have got that shit for free. I don't buy people's CDs anymore.
you don't have to buy it. You get to download it from YouTube, or you could have asked me. I would have sent it to you.
Well, I was just gonna. I like Total Satire. It sounds like it's a cool rock song. I really like that song. That's why I wanted to play that song. Jeez, she's giving me shit. Don't play that. Play something else.
I mean, I love Total Satire
Oh,
though, and
there it
honestly, I do want to talk about that real quick too.
Yeah.
Just the fact of like how far I've come in the recording studio is fucking ridiculous, dude. Like you can hear it. You can hear from like One Night Love, Clinically Insane, and like that grouping of songs to now, like I kind of figured out how to do the recording studio. I don't know why. I had this great fear of the studio for a really long time.
Well, there it is. I hate recording studios too. It's fucking wretched. I fucking hate every
I love
moment.
it. I love
hate it. I hate recording studios. I'm old. Only reason I go and record is so I can play new music for people at shows. You know, I'm like old. You know, I just had this conversation with Dakota from Black Swan Dive Bomb yesterday, and he doesn't understand, you know, why bands like State of Mind and No Resolve do all these covers and all that shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, because the dynamic in bands has shifted to, you know, bands, you know, just play shows so they can afford to record new music to put out there on YouTube and all this crap. And where in the old days, you know, like Slash from Guns N' Roses, like the only reason I go record new albums is so I can go back out on tour. You know, it's completely switched since then. So I don't know what, oh, something's happening.
Yeah, something is happening. My dog just broke out of her crate. And I guess she has to use the restroom, so I'm taking her on an adventure. Okay, sorry.
Wow, we have an adventure right here on the show. This is Rikki ROXX Show After Hours. We go on adventures.
Into my yard to see my dog.
Oh, it's still light out. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking gorgeous out here. Like, not to be like, look how like pretty like it is out here. It's gorgeous. We have a really cool lake down at the end of the property too.
Wow, look at that. See, we're sitting here in a fucking basement. I keep thinking like 9:30. It's fucking dark out.
Right.
No, dude, it's still beautiful out. Honestly, my next step is probably I'm gonna go fishing so bad, dude.
So what? Okay, let's keep this fucker going. Let's fucking do it. All right. So when Kate Mueller is not the dynamic front woman of Craft Conviction, playing fucking rock star, writhing on the ground in disease and germs and grossness, what do you enjoy doing when you're not singing, when you're not writing, when you're not in the music realm?
Fishing, drawing, art is one of my big things. I really love nature, so big like on walks and going out into nature and like, you know, seeing the world in that sense. I love going to like art stuff, pretty much anything artistic. I like to spend a lot of the time on the water. So yeah, pretty much lots of like, I'm very tomboyish for, you know, a chick. that dresses up and gets on a stage and does all that, but I'd honestly rather spend my time. Oh, and horseback riding.
Do you do it
That's the
bareback?
biggest one. Yeah. Oh yeah. Not in a bad, disgusting way, you nasty fuck, but yeah, bareback riding. Yes.
Have you ever been
hate
called that
you.
on air, Ricky?
Fucking hate you.
That's your daddy. So what's one thing about Kate Mueller that people would be surprised to learn about you? Because that's the thing I like to throw out on the show, is to get to know the people behind the music a little bit deeper. What's something about you that people would be kind of surprised to know?
Man, I've never, like, as a person that has suffered with depression, anxiety, severe anxiety, and somebody that has, like, I've been through a lot of, like, mental trials and a lot of stuff, like, mentally, and, like, I put on a really brave face and, like, a really big smile a lot of the time, and I've fought a lot of demons, man, and for somebody that's fought a lot of demons and been through as much as I have, like, and, like, I wish I could, like, in one, like, that'd have to be, like, a whole nother thing. But, like, for what I've been through, like, I am just so glad that I'm able to be who I am. And, like, a lot of people don't realize, like, we go through trial after trial, and it's not easy to get up and go sometimes and live the way that we do. And, like, there's been times where I really didn't want to do what I do, and we have to. And, like, I wish I could just, I don't know, how do you describe that? How do you put this, like, I wish more people knew the struggles that I went through to get where I am today, because if a lot more people knew what I have been through and the things that I have accomplished from, like, 5 years ago to now, they would be mind blown on the person that I am.
So give us a glimpse. Who was Kate Mueller 5 years ago?
5 years ago.
If you had to describe yourself 5 years ago, how would you describe yourself?
I would describe myself. You would have looked at me and said I was the Debbie Downer of the party. I was the person that nobody wanted to hang out with because I was consistently depressed. I didn't know how to deal with my own emotions or my own thoughts or my own feelings. I didn't know how to. I was really dark. I was really dark. I was a really, really dark individual. I was suicidal. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be a part of this earth. As I said, I think I brought that up earlier in this segment. I really struggled with life because I always felt like I was worthless, not enough. I didn't think that I would amount to anything because people in my life told me I never would. And that the dreams and the things that I was chasing was nothing but pipeline dreams and not something that I was ever going to be able to achieve. And yet here I am right now, not only talking to you guys about how I'm following my dreams and doing what I want, but, like, I've seen a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of shit.
You got a beer there? You got a beer there? You got a Truly?
No, I got a Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Nice. So you still do
I
Coke.
don't drink. Remember, we've talked about this. The most alcohol I have is wine that's been in my fucking fridge for God knows how long. Only
So
reason
she drinks
why it's
wine
still
out of a
in
box.
my fridge is due to the fact I don't want to throw it away.
Kind of like this moonshine Ricky's got here.
I know, right?
Oh, wait. Larry, we have a show together coming up.
Do you?
We
do. We're playing the Backwoods Bash together at Bacchus together.
October 1st and 2nd.
Yeah.
We do.
Oh.
Look at there. I didn't even know that.
Casting's not on it. This is fucking phenomenal. Who is in charge of this fucking train wreck?
You better get a hold of Keith.
It's me.
And,
No, I'm just kidding. It's not me.
No, I think it's Keith and is it maybe Andy? I don't really know. I know Keith is part of it, though. He's trying to do some big thing, circus clowns and all this kind of crap.
And you don't bring Rikki ROXX and you're bringing circus clowns? Come on.
Hey, I'm just playing
you are
it,
the
man.
biggest clown of them all.
I know, right?
I'm so glad you aren't like mad at me for saying
I know. Okay, so circus clowns, and we're thinking, hey, let's not bring Rikki ROXX into this.
Yeah,
What
I
a
think this is a
dick.
bad choice.
I'm thinking,
off
I think
bat,
they're like, I don't want to.
What is
give out
happening?
their
I think my
names, but
phone is literally blowing up right now.
I think they're doing
because
like
I'm
a
talking
portable
about
stage, 2-stage, back and forth.
this. It's gonna
Fucking
be so
phenomenal.
much fun. I love Bacchus.
I hate
I'm
it.
so excited to be back to Bacchus.
Rikki
They have
hates it. I shoot him off stage
crafted-
one night.
Yeah, no, I hate Bacchus. I cannot go there anymore.
Why?
Gonna miss a great show, man.
Larry, tell Kate why Bacchus is so bad for me. Tell the story. We've all heard my side of this story. Let's hear your side.
I'm listening.
You mean like when we played
This
and-
last time when I emceed the show there with a
okay.
a gallon of Jack Daniels.
Rikki, he gets hammered beyond belief, and he's the MC, and so we get up on stage, and me and Rikki weren't really at good terms on that whole show, and so we get up on stage, and Rikki's up there talking, and all of a sudden my guitar player just starts playing our first song. And Rikki's still talking, and to the point where he stops, and he's like, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, he starts walking off, and I'm like shooing him off with my hands and shit. so he's standing in the pit. I remember we were playing Domination, and he's just on the back of the pit with his arms closed, and he's just looking all fucking
seething. I was seething.
You were seething.
I was seething. I remember at this point, I'm going to everybody who will listen. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking wreck this band. Next time I introduce the next band, this band is fucking done. I was pulling a fucking Howie and shit. I'm like, this band is fucking done.
Hey,
so explain what happens.
Honestly, I don't remember much after that, but I remember going, hey, Rikki, man, you want to MC our show for our CD release? No problem. And he did a great job.
So this is what happens. So I get shoot off Fallen Stronger stage because it's BYOB. So I bring a cooler full of beer and a half gallon of Jack Daniels. I'm walking around with a half gallon of Jack Daniels all fucking night, just fucking pouring it down my throat, pouring it down anybody's throat. I'm a fucking rock star. So I introduced Fallen Stronger.
Rock star.
I introduced Fallen Stronger. I guess I talked too long. Dave Yanity is like, fuck it, we're going to start playing. Larry shoos me off, kind of gently nudges me away. And I'm like, how the fuck are you going to do this to me? I'm goddamn Rikki ROXX. You don't do this shit to me. So I get off stage. I'm like, oh, the next band, I'm going to fucking rail Falling Stronger, and just fucking say mad shit about them.
And you did.
And so I don't even remember who the next band was. And I said something along the lines of...
Drag Saw.
It was a Drag Saw. So I get up on stage and I'm like, what'd you guys think of the last band? Then people were going fucking nuts. I'm like, what's one band you will never hear on ROXX 100 ever again? And they're like, Fallen Stronger.
You're like, here, win a shirt.
And so I was just throwing shirts out to people, ROXX 100 shirts. I'm like, Fallen Stronger will never be played on this fucking network ever again. Fuck those guys. And now look at it. Larry is on the fucking flagship show.
See how well
Larry's
that
the
worked
only
out.
reason you have views. I'm just kidding. I love you.
I had better views with Kevin Raslog, okay?
Yeah, because he knows more people.
Yeah.
You could have chosen to have a chick as your fucking, co-host, and your views would have really shot up. Then.
You want to know the real reason for that? You want to know the real reason I can't have a female co-host? Right? Well, I couldn't have a female co-host
because you drink too much.
No, because the last time I had a female co-host on my show, I ended up banging her.
Oh, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, and the wife found out about it, so she's like, "Never again. You're doing your show in our fucking basement. No fucking girls." I did have, I'll take that back. I did have a female as a co-host for a little bit, but it had to go through the clearing of the wife.
The warden.
And it was the singer of my band at the time when I was in Mount Road Engine.
Oh.
So she's like, okay, Sean's cool. She's old as dirt, and she pretty much hates you, so she can be a co-host on your show. And she lasts
can
a
be a
little bit.
co-host because she pretty much hates you.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the reason, once I get the hell out of here, I'm definitely going to entertain the thought of bringing a female co-host. Okay, so anyway.
Does that mean I'm fired?
No, I'm not.
No, there's going to be 3.
No, this is the reason Raslog decided to dip, because getting way into it.
I remember.
Yeah, I mentioned how I wanted to add a third co-host, and I made a post about who you'd like to see on the show as a co-host. Kevin took that as me firing him. We'll see how that goes. And good luck with that. And so Kevin thought I had fired him. And I'm like, dude. And the first time I actually talked to him was at your CD release.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, I know.
Oh, you know.
Oh, I know.
What do you know? Now I'm kind of curious.
Everything.
What? Now I'm curious.
Let's hear kevin's side.
Yeah. Now I want to hear.
Oh,
like,
no,
what?
it's not Kevin's side. I have the third party.
What's the third party? There was no Bob Surgott. He was the only other guy there.
Oh, well, no, like, listen, we really wanted you guys to, like, stop being stupid. So we devised a plan to get you guys together and to fucking talk, Rikki. Like, come on now.
No, how did you devise that shit? Because this is how it went down. I was at the bar.
It happened before Robert had gotten there, and we were just happy you guys were figuring it out yourselves.
Because I was there. I was at the bar, and it was at the end of the night, and the whole night, you know, I'd be like, "Hey, Kev," and he just kind of like walk by me like he doesn't know who the fuck I am. I'm like, "Bro, I kind of made you, you know," but I wasn't gonna say anything. And at the end of the night, you know, I'm talking to Bob Surgott at the bar, and nobody there. This is the total end of the night. You know, Token closes at like 11 because it's fucking stupid.
And what did he tell you? That you guys needed to put your stuff aside.
Bob Surgott said,
we wanted to do Kelly Tucker's show.
And Bob Surgott tells me, hey, Bob Surgott tells me at the bar, he's like, hey, just so you know, Kevin Raslug's going to reach out to you at some point about doing another benefit thing for Tucker. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I have no issues with Kevin at all. And then not 2 minutes later, Raslug comes up right next to me to close his bar tab out, and I'm like, "There's nobody here. He cannot avoid me at this point." So I turn around, I'm like, "Hey, Kev, what's up?" And he's like, "Oh, hey, Rikki, what's going on?" Like he's fucking Beavis from Beavis and Butthead, you know, like, you know, weird. And I'm like, "Dude, let's fucking hash this shit out. I have no qualms against you. You, not at all. You took it the horribly wrong way." And he's like, "Well, I'm glad we got to talk this out and all this." And I haven't heard from him since. But yeah,
I mean, it's just like what we thought. Like, it's just all silly that you guys aren't talking. You guys have been friends for how fucking long, and you guys have cared about each other for how long. All we want is, like, you know, to see you guys cordial and, like, you know, realize that, hey, you know what? Shit happens. We're all adults. We all make bad fucking choices, and we all say things that, like, you know, we don't mean sometimes.
Oh,
and it's
I
time
didn't
to
say
just,
anything I
like,
didn't
move
mean.
forward and get over it, and that we just want everybody to be, like, happy, you know? Like, we all work in the same fucking industry.
Oh, Katelyn, you're getting me riled up now. No, I never said anything bad to Kevin.
No, I never said that. No, I'm just saying in general.
Like, you're like, say things you didn't mean. I never said anything to Kevin. You know, he just stopped showing
I'm
up.
just saying that you guys had stopped being friends over a post that you were looking for a third person for your show. And it was silly, and we wanted to see it end because we love you guys and know you guys should be friends.
Oh,
that's just a silly misunderstanding from him.
Well, you know, Kevin Raslug, everybody.
No, you're being silly right now.
I'm not being silly. I didn't even say anything to the guy. You know, he just said he just said, "Well, fuck you, Rikki." I'm like, "For what? You're fired from me from the show." I'm like, "No, I'm not." We talked about, you can go back and listen to the old episodes of the show where I talked about, hey, if things start working out, if things start getting bigger, I'd love to add a third, a fourth, a fifth co-host, you know, do the Howard Stern thing where maybe I'll get a comedian in here to fucking crack jokes and shit and build a thing up. And I'm not gonna get into it. Fuck it. It's stupid. It's stupid.
I love you, Rikki.
It's stupid.
But I'm just glad that we're all working together and we're gonna have, like, be able to do. That's the big thing. Like, I'm just excited to be able to do do that show with him, for Kelly. Like, it's about Kelly. We all loved him dearly. He's all of our friends. Like, and raising awareness for what, you know.
Yeah.
That drugs aren't, like, a source or a way, or, like, you know, also that fentanyl is extremely fucking dangerous. We're here to raise awareness for somebody that we love. And
do we have any idea when this thing is going to be happening?
I think we were talking, I don't know, because I think we're talking next summer now because of but I'm not sure. So don't quote me on that. But I know that we were just like, we're getting the idea of it started. So, and it's something that, you know, we all very much so love Kelly. So we want to like, you know, continue to raise the love and awareness for what happened.
There it is. And I will proudly work with Kevin Raslog again.
And
if you'd like
proudly
to.
work with all of you because I love all of you dearly. I mean, think about it. Crafted should have never made it on that bill. Crafted should have never made it on that bill.
Why is that? Why do you think that? Because there's other bands on that bill that
the one that invited us onto that bill.
Who was?
Erica.
Yeah.
And Erica, like with everything that happened, like it wasn't. We were never invited originally, and I had put out that I really wanted to be on that show because of how much of an influence Kelly was to me and how much I loved him. And like we were the last band to be added to that ticket, and like we got really lucky to be added to that. And when we were, I mean, it was.
I don't know if you guys were or Through Our Eyes was. Because I remember some bands had dipped off. God, I'm trying to remember. Kissing Candace dipped off. So we had to, and another band dipped off. So we had to find a couple more bands.
Wisher.
Wisher was on from Wisher was on from the beginning. They were on
from the beginning.
Yes, they were. Kevin and I added Through Our Eyes because Kelly was in that band, and they weren't on the original bill. So we added Through Our Eyes, and we added Cyanide.
Yes.
Because Cyanide wasn't on that bill, and Kelly was a huge influence on Noah and that whole band when they were first coming up. So we added Cyanide on the bill. I think you guys were on that from the beginning.
And we might have been. I think we were one of the like when the first like wave of people left the group. I think we were the next people that. Yeah, I think you're right. But like being a part of that show, like that was just. I couldn't even, that was the first venue I ever went and paid, like the first show that I ever paid for was at the Crowfoot. So to go and and I always thought like, dude, how cool would it be to play this place? So you know what I mean? And just even to play the Pike Room in that place, like it blew my mind to be able to step up on stage there and do anything there. And like the fact that we were there just to celebrate his life was so unbelievable. And what a great show that ended up being, even though it was in the dead of fucking winter, like we could have probably like raised so much more. That's why I think we want to do it in the summer this time.
Okay. All right. So we are almost an hour over here. And Larry's like, I need to go home.
I got a babysitter right now.
Yeah. So Larry's paying money right now for a babysitter.
Sorry, Larry.
Swear to the baby.
Okay. So, God, we've covered so much. I've gotten drunk during this show. I think that's something that happened. We've talked about Kelly Tucker. We've talked about Crafted Conviction. We've talked about the first show. We've talked about the CD release. We've talked about new music, going out of town, new music from you guys. We've talked about a lot.
Yeah. You got into some deep shit there for a second too. You
made Kate cry a couple times.
I didn't cry. I don't know what you're talking about.
You were there.
I did a tiny bit, but not much.
You were there. Larry, is there anything you want to throw out to her before we wrap this thing up?
I mean, like I said,
See, people are still listening, so I'm like, God, fucking keep going. If it's...
I'm just, waiting for another, Fallen Stronger Crafted Conviction show, in the future. And, I wish you guys well. You guys are doing great, killing it. I love your guys. I love your band members. I actually knew Johnny way before he was in the band. I've known Johnny for a minute because my ex-wife's daughter's dad.
Okay, let's put that one together. Ex-wife's daughter's dad.
Okay, which is Dave, which his mother is Bridget, which her husband is Corey, which is one of Johnny's best friends.
Okay.
So I've known Johnny for a while, like like I said, the old members from Blacktooth, I really love Crafted a whole lot better. I wasn't a huge fan of Blacktooth. No, it wasn't Blacktooth. I just didn't like the singer, man.
Yeah.
Dave?
He was quite an ass. But anyway, you guys are great, and I love you.
I love you too.
All right. So you got anything else to throw out there, Katelyn, before we finally wrap this thing up? And
nah, just that I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys letting us, be on, let me be on here and, you know, listening to my music and enjoying it. That makes, you know, we appreciate you guys so much, and we appreciate everybody that's like, you know, listening and continuing to.
And thank you for being my BFF and Kate and I's de facto adopted daughter.
I am the adopted child forever and always. So
Kate Mueller is Rikki ROXX and Kate Puga's adopted daughter. So we have a horribly dysfunctional family.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. You know, the two drunk parents and then the stoner kid that, you know, just looks at them and is like, oh God, and we're all blind on top of it.
Yeah, we're all completely blind. 2 bass players and we bred a singer.
The best part of it.
God.
All right. So, Kate, we're going to get out. Did you want to talk about Total Conceit real quick before we let you go and play this one?
Oh, Total Satire?
That's what I say.
Conceit. You're taking. How you're talking? You got fatal on your mind.
Total Satire. Let's go through that one. I drank way too much.
So Total Satire, just I guess real quickly, a rundown of the song. It's about a battle, an internal battle with the devil, and like pretty much coming to terms that like you're never gonna make a deal with the devil to get to your dreams. That you're gonna achieve your dreams by yourself and alone. And then even if the devil returns and comes back and says, "Hey, like, let's try and make a deal again," that you're always gonna decline it. So it's pretty much just an internal. Actually, funny that those lyrics are couch lyrics.
Couch lyrics. What do you? I don't even.
I found them in my couch.
Oh, you found them in your couch.
I found the lyrics in my couch, and then I went to practice that day. And I was like, I found these lyrics. I don't know when I wrote them, and it's very obviously my writing. And I was like, but I don't know if you guys would be interested. And then freaking Brendan walks in and goes, "Oh, I wrote a song, and I think this would be perfect for it." And out came fucking Total Satire from it.
Okay, really quick, shooting over the chat. Cammy, do you know a Cammy?
I do. Hi, Cammy.
Yeah, she's in the chat. It says Cammy here. Johnny from OGO. He popped in late. Mm-hmm. He said he loves After Hours on the Rocks.
Yes.
After Hours. So Johnny likes drunk Rikki on the show, I guess. And who did the snort that time?
Me.
No, there it is. You got that from your dad. Okay, so Total Satire. We got the rundown on it. Daughter, we will talk to you soon.
Yes.
Tell your mom
Tell
your mom I said hi because she doesn't like to respond to my text messages anymore. So tell her I said hi.
Remember what I said about overwatering relationships, Rod?
Oh, wow.
He's on the rocks tonight.
All right. So we'll talk to you soon. And we'll get you back. We'll get you back on here sooner rather than later. It sucks. It took 143 episodes to get you on here.
Fuck?
Well, what do they call it? When I don't know. All right. So we'll talk to you soon. I've drank way too much.
All right, drive safe. If you need somebody to talk to on your ride home, give me a call. Right?
My drive up the steps.
Oh, at least you only
I'm
have
the
to
one
go
with the
up the
25-minute drive.
Yeah,
but I'm sober.
All right.
Well, get home safe tonight, Larry, and you guys have a good night. And I will talk to you both soon.
All right, take it easy, sweetie.
Easy.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was Kate Mueller. Very, very, very long talk with her. All right, so. How much more time do you got? How much are you paying per hour right now?
No, it's my daughter. I ain't paying shit.
Oh, well, there it is. All right, so we're going to play Total Satire, not Total Conceit. Total Satire from Craft Conviction. We'll come back, wrap this thing up, and get the hell out of here for a very special, I guess, 3-hour episode of the show. So we'll be right back in about 3 minutes, episode number 144 of the Rikki ROXX Show right here on YouTube.com. That ended quick. All right. So that was a total satire by Crafty Conviction. Larry, 2-hour-long interview.
Right.
A long talk. We had adventures. We talked about a lot. What were some takeaways that you got from that talk with Kate Mueller?
Takeaways
like what were the big things that you learned during that talk, or something that stuck out from that talk?
Oh well, I mean, I know Kate on a band level. She come to my house. I took some cats, adopted some cats from her for my kids. A little while ago. But I didn't really know the dark places she had been in. Earlier in her life and beginning of her music career, and what she was hiding inside from everybody. So I kind of I look at not at her in a bad way, but in a way that what she's overcome and everything, and
and that's like huge. Like in my case, like when I first met her, we were going through the same stuff with, in her case, guys, in my case, a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she was somebody that I felt comfortable talking to. As you can tell by the interview, she's very easy to talk to, and very, she can dumb things down for stupid bass players like me, so she's, very cool, very sweet, very humble, very worldly,
positive too,
and positive for somebody her age, having gone through so much with, addiction and drugs and alcoholism and loss and depression, somebody her age, she's very wise. And that's why I can always look to talk to her whenever I have problems with her mom. And, she's always there to talk to me, and she's super cool, and, she deserves, everything that's coming her way, as far as all the positive that's coming with her band. And, Crafted is one of those bands, like you said during the show, nobody's ever said anything shitty about Crafted Conviction.
No.
People throw shade at casting a lot. I'm sure people throw shade at Fallen Stronger, but I've never heard anybody say one bad word about Crafted Conviction. And that is surprising and phenomenal that a new band, or newer-ish band, can come out and people just kind of gravitate towards it and are just happy that band is playing and excited for that band, and that was the thing, like their CD release that they did. It was just like cool vibes. Nobody was pissed. There was a lot of people there that could have been pissed at each other. Me and Kevin and Tim and Kaylee, there was a whole bunch of shit that people could have been pissed about, but everybody just had kind of cool vibes. And that's kind of like the thing that Crafted puts out, is like cool vibes and having a good time and all that. So it was super cool to talk to her. It sucks it took 143 fucking episodes to fucking get this one in, but it's super cool. I love Kate, and one of my best friends in the world, and I owe her a lot for the journey that I'm going down right now. And without her, I'd probably be even more drunk than I am now, or I wouldn't even be doing this show. So super cool. Next week, I have no idea who we're going to be talking to. Larry sent me something from Motown Rage. I do have to hit him up.
Jay Coffee.
Jay Coffee. Maybe talk to him next week. We have Kayla Drange eventually. I want to get her when she can announce things, and I don't know if that's coming up soon or coming up later. Maybe talking to Kayla Drange in the future from Stage Drive. And gonna be hitting up some other people. I'm still waiting for a bunch of emails to come back for some bigger artists. So super cool. Larry, got anything to throw out there? What's going on this upcoming week for you?
Saturday the 30th, Backwood. What is it? It's the birthday show at Back. It's for the Bangaroo for Mike Montaigne and I forget the other person. Sorry, Mike. Good bands, there's a bunch of bands. $25 gets you in. You get to see the bands. You get to camp. You get to, they feed you. Great lineup. OGO, Creeping Chaos, Catharsis, 10,000 Teeth, Wooly, Fallen Stronger, There's a ton. I mean, I'm probably missing some right now, but yeah. So that's what we got going on this weekend.
That's up in Marlette,
Michigan. Yeah.
And if you can't make it to Marlette on Saturday, come on out to Clyde Township. That's up in St. Clair County. Casting Shadows is playing Wolfstock 2022. Oh, it's a thing. We're going to be playing that, put on by the East Side Jokers Motorcycle Club. It is $20 per person donation. Kids under 12 are free. It's a third annual Music Fest fundraiser for local animal shelters. 10 bands starting at noon. It runs all day, vendors and refreshments. It's a family thing. Drawing and proceeds go to the Blue Water Animal Shelter. Trying to find out who the heck is on that. Casting Shadows is on it as I'm scrolling. Okay, here it is. 86 Noodles is on it. Audible's on it. TNT, Bulletproof, Petty Thieves, Work in Progress. Casting Shadows is direct support for Sins of a Madman, the premier Ozzy Osbourne tribute show. They're going to be headlining the show, so we're direct support for them. So I'm assuming we're probably going on somewhere around 10:30, 11 o'clock. So super cool. I guess we're one of the very few original bands that are on this thing. So that's up on Imlay City Road, Clyde Township, St. Clair County. Hit up Casting Shadows Facebook events page for info. And if you want to head up to Marlette, head up Fallen Stronger's event page and find out about that Bacchus thing.
Yep, we'll be on at 10:30.
So we're going to be going at about the same time.
Same time, baby.
Fallen Stronger, Casting Shadows, same time, 2 different shows. So either way, no matter what you do, get out and support your independent bands. Get out there. It doesn't matter if it's my show, Larry's show, whatever show, no matter where you are, Toronto, wherever you are, get out and support a band this weekend and show them your support. Buy a t-shirt, buy a CD, because without all of you out there, none of us would be doing what we love to do.
Amen to that.
And that means drinking. So it's a thing. So we're going to close this thing out. I want to throw this out to Dakota. I should not have put New Day Revolution on here, but Larry, talk for a second. I got to throw a music video on here.
I don't have anything else to say.
Oh, Jesus. So I got to find this real quick.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so what we're going to do, I've been meaning to play this. Right. You know, the new Black Swan Dive Bomb music video for Prove to Me. So we're going to play this. If you are right wing, this may be a trigger for you. So be prepared. Yeah, there's a storyline to this one. It's very obviously anti-Trump. But I got to give a shout out to Dakota Starr, who helped me yesterday put the finishing touches on my first solo release called Finally Free, featuring Noah Polston. He's going to be on it. I'm going to go in the next couple of weeks, lay down the vocals for it, and then get a music video done and then put it out. And if you guys dig it, maybe I'll do a second song. So I wanted to play this for Dakota, and I've wanted to play this for a couple weeks. But
2 lefts don't make it right, Ricky. Sorry.
All right. So here it is, Black Swan Dive Bomb, Prove to Me. Here it is. We will talk to you next week, or I'll talk to you next week. You're not going to be here next week. Are you going to be here next week?
What's next week?
Next Sunday? What was that week that you said you weren't going to be here? Or are you going to be here next Sunday?
I will be here next Sunday.
Oh, okay. Well, Larry's going to be here next Sunday. Okay, I thought next Sunday you were going to be here. All right, so here's Black Swan Dive Bomb, Prove to Me, right here on episode number 144 of the Rikki ROXX Show, ROXX100.com.
This is Faith Hogfiller reporting live with WPIG. We're here at the Capitol where President Swinehouse himself is about to give a speech. I know we're all looking forward to hearing about what he has to say on his huge successes from this past year. Swinehouse will also be speaking on his new statewide religion, bringing, as many of you have commented, a much needed morality to this country. Also, updates on the shutdown of our water system filtration, eradicating the bizarre gay frog pandemic of 2020. It looks like he's about to speak now. Let's go to it.
Thank you all. First, I'd proudly like to say that nasty previous administration has been removed. Every day, we are cutting more and more of the disease out of this nation. And now is the time to prove yourselves. I'm the pig who made our army the strongest in the world. I'm the pig who gave our military more bombs, more missiles, more guns than anybody. I'm the pig who threw the poor in the camps. I'm the pig who gave our CEOs record-breaking profits. And I promise any day now, those profits will trickle down to you. And will you help me? Will you prove yourselves? Will you prove yourselves to me?
He just gave an astonishing speech. President Swinehurst, can you tell us a little bit more about your poor initiative?
Yes, of course I can. It's a huge success, the greatest success of all time. I looked around and the poor, they were ugly and smelly, and I don't like that. I don't like smelly things. So I threw them in the camps, and I made the wall real big. I built a big wall, a great wall, and now you'll never see the poor again, and you'll never smell them.
Yes, fascinating. Can you tell us more about this wall?
It's the biggest wall you've ever seen. You can see it from miles away.
I just need to say something real quick. Can I just ask, why do people have to speak out against our president? Where's the loyalty, people? Hasn't President Swinehouse done enough? What else does he have to do to get you idiots to see his greatness? We don't have to look at poor people anymore. They're in the camp.
Burn what makes we burn and watch me from the ashes. Let the magic not the flame. Burn what makes we burn and watch me from the ashes. Let the magic not the flame.
So tell us a little bit more about our homosexual amphibians.
Oh, the gay frogs. The other administration made them gay. I'm making them straight because all frogs should be straight. It ain't natural gay frogs hopping around all gay.
There's some speculation that the frogs won't be as straight as other frogs. Anything to say on that?
That's fake. It's fake news. When I'm done, all the frogs will be straight. The straightest frogs you've ever seen. The greatest frogs you've ever seen.
Rikki rocks. It's Rikki rocks, coming out of the box. Bitches come in flocks, trying to steal his jocks. He needs to be contained with padded rocks. It's the Rikki Rock Show, spreading like the pox. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks, yeah. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks, yeah. Rikki rocks up in your grill, motherfucker.
Hey, this is Rikki Roxx, and you are listening to Rocks100.com.